on
Garrett.
Snicket's Bizarre Adventures.
Garrett.
I just ran in, stole some mushrooms, and got out. That's pretty much. There's a lot of dice rolls in between. Oh, and I threw acid in Zarkon's face.
I need you to describe every dice roll for me, please, in between.
I got a 6. I got.
Yeah, it's sadly that's pretty much next to what happened. I mean, there was a little more to it. Like you guys created a little hideout zone after you initially fled from the hag hut that the other two stayed back at before Snicket finally revealed himself. That happened. The big.
Oh yeah, that happened too.
Sheesh. Yeah, but you did pretty much just take some mushrooms, throw acid in Zarkon's face, and then run back. This is really what is all that happened.
Zarkon just cannot catch a break, dude.
Okay, wow, that's the saddest recap I think I've ever had so far in my GM career. But does anybody else have anything they want to add?
We were on our way, or we had just started to go on our way back to the horse and carriage to hopefully grab it. And
did we want to continue just bolt through the crows, because there's crows all around still, or do we want to try to sneak past the crows, or do we just say whatever?
Well, we try to sneak. It's probably not going to work well, and then we just run.
Hey, but that's a discussion for in session.
Are we not in session?
Basically.
No, court is not in session.
Oh, okay. I'll stand by then, Judge.
I'm just kidding. I was gonna say, does anybody have any questions that are story-wise before we fully jump back into things?
I don't think so.
No, we all Gucci. All right. So with that all being said, the freezing cold still surrounds you all. The massive number of black birds that stream across the forest tops, just lining around, looking for any sign of movement. What would you all like to do?
We try to get back to the horse and carriage. I mean, Snicket will have to lead on because he's been there 12 times already. So.
Oh man. All right, yeah. You said moving stealthily, correct?
Moving stealth.
Gonna try.
All right, everyone, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me. Then we'll get a group stealth check going. Good start. Excellent start.
Wow, who is that?
Only the stealthiest member. No big deal.
No.
Okay, I don't know.
No reliable talent yet, unfortunately, Snicket. Oh, the mighty have fallen. Look at that 26 going to a 9.
And then there's David.
I used up all my good rolls last week.
Mm-hmm. All right, Tito, how stealthy are you feeling?
He said he rolls a 20.
Oh, that's how it works, actually. Yeah, when I ask you to make a skill check, you just tell me what you.
Well, he said his thing isn't working right now. He said he texted me and he said that he has dice and he just rolled a 20.
That's cool. So I just happened to roll the 99 on the random force encounter charts for a young white dragon. You guys are just
white dragon.
You're just gonna have to take my word for it, though. Don't worry about it.
Oh, easy.
Did you see they have because I was talking to someone at work, this was like last year, they have Bluetooth dice.
Really?
That link up to this.
That's actually kind of cool.
Because we were talking about how because that's I think, I don't know, I forgot how it even came up, but I was like, that'd be sick if they had something where you could roll dice and it would actually send the number. And we looked it up and the Kickstarter had ended the month before.
Wow. Well, I mean, that'd be cool and all, but then I can't use my mods, so you guys roll low on demand.
Also, I think each dice was $50 a piece.
Oh, God.
It's like,
Well, I
I'll
think-
take one D20, please.
David, are you here?
No, I think he's AFK.
Oh. Did he say he was
Wait,
doing
what?
something? Yeah. We're playing D&D.
I mean, I'm like, I walked away from the keyboard. I'm mostly here.
Oh, is that what that was?
I figured you didn't respond for a second. We're doing a group stealth check, just as everyone's trying to kind of maneuver out of your little campsite you guys had first created past all of the crows and whatnot. Snicket started us off with a great natty 1, and then Guy got a 16.
Alright, I don't see, like, the nifty little drop-down thing anymore.
Drop down.
Like, the ability
you're
check.
talking about if you have like a token here. I can put a token on that for you real quick if
You could just hit C and then like click it in your character sheet.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll put your little token down.
Whoa, whoa.
Look at him go.
The
Wow.
stealthiest guy.
So, Guy and
So
Tito,
tired of stealthing.
you are both pretty eager to make your way out of this little encampment you have at this point. You've been held up here for hours on end at this point, just wondering if Snicket, newly revealed, is alive or not. You all are both prepared, calm, collected, as you slowly make your exit to the snowy forest all around you. You dodge various tree branches and stray leaves. Tito, you have your eyes on the back of your shell at all points to make sure you don't awkwardly scrape against any tree by mistake. And moments after you all enter, you hear the most resounding branch snap you quite possibly have ever heard in your life. The forest was so still and silent you could have heard a quill drop. And behind you, you hear and the loudest snap that echoes throughout the forest as Snicket exits, snapping a twig that he awkwardly steps on. All of the eyes surrounding in the surrounding area immediately pinpoint on your exact location, and you all have a horrible feeling of dozens of eyes all across the forest canopy looking directly at you. No movement from them yet, other than their heads twisting and eyes beaming right on you. What would you all like to do?
Hide.
Hide again? Okay.
Or like drop down until
I
like
got you. Yeah. Feel free. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Give me more. Just dropping down. Anything else?
yeah, I assume there's like cover and snow and I kind of just drop down, try to get
At this
behind
point, the
something.
snow is starting to like level high enough that small creatures, especially one like Snicket size, can just drop down and almost hide in it entirely. Yeah, Guy. Well, you guys watch as Guy drops down immediately, belly to the floor, trying to hide. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me, Guy. With disadvantage though, because they were all already previously looking at you. What would the other two like to do? Anything?
I want to stay motionless.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of pull into my shell and hide.
Okay. Tito retreats to his shell. So you, Snicket, you watch as your two comrades pretty much drop to the ground, get in defensive positions the best they can. You remain motionless to the best of your ability, kind of like some sort of weird mime in a public city.
Exactly like that.
You begin to look around, slowly glancing from tree branch to tree branch, gauging the bird's response, and they all sit there, still as can be, eyes just watching the three of you.
How much time passes? As much
However
as we
much
want.
time, however much time you guys would like to pass.
I want to wait. I'll wait 5 minutes.
Okay. Anybody else have any interjections? Would you guys remain in your place for 5 minutes, or would anyone like to do anything before that point in time?
I would be taking the lead of the sneaky boy. Actually, not Tito at the moment, but the normal sneaky boy.
Tito remaining in your shell.
Yeah.
All right. As the 5 minutes go by, the birds continue their statue-like watch, unwavering and unmoving. However, the weather around you begins to change rather drastically. The snow begins to fall even heavier than before. A dense, new, thick layer of snow begins to surround all of you. Tito's shell is quickly almost covered up just within the course of 5 minutes. Cold has reached an all-time low, and it's beginning to get difficult to see even too far off into the distance with how thick the snow has become. And then, about your 5 minutes goes by with no movement from the birds. Is there anything you all would like to do?
So is it now easier to sneak, you would say?
Easier to move? No. Is it easier to not be seen? Potentially.
Potential.
That being said, you would still be trying to escape the vision of multiple creatures that already are looking directly at you guys.
I want to.
The snow's probably like above your head right now.
What quickly covered Guy? They can't see, really no one can see where Guy is. Everyone is just going off the assumption that he's still there because he disappeared and then there was no movement again from that point. So
I want to. Like, oh, friggin' A. I guess. Like, kick some snow. Like, I'll try to keep my upper body as like still as possible. Like, kick some snow and see if there's like any reaction from the birds.
okay. You do your best to remain totally still from like the waist up as you reel back with your right foot and you kick a pile of snow upwards, almost like a little flurry around in your immediate area, and the birds remain still. It takes a few moments for the snow to kind of fade back to just the natural snow falling from above around you and no change from them.
I'll start crawling.
Okay.
Just in the general direction that we were headed.
But you guys were going to head in? Okay.
Yeah.
You guys start to see the slightest amount of movement coming from the snow underneath as Guy begins to wriggle and worm his way on the ground. It's pretty difficult to travel on the ground crawling like this guy. It's really fucking cold.
It's fine if it's slow.
It's definitely going to be slow. You're okay in the immediate moment, but this is not a great long-term strategy, especially for escaping, any sort of like hypothermia type deal or frostbite on your hands or feet or nose trying to crawl through the snow like this. You guys listen as Guy begins to wriggle and worm through the snow.
So
Go ahead.
Have I seen any wildlife in here? Like, other than these birds that are unnatural? But is there like squirrels and stuff and other non-dead birds?
Not that you can remember.
Oh.
But as Guy begins to make his army crawl through the snow, you all hear a cacophony of crow calls beginning to echo out throughout the distance. Snicket, you watch as it starts at one crow, and then the two next to that crow on each side make the same caw out. It's just like a one caw, and then the two next to it do the same thing, and it continues, reverberating down like a massive line from each side. And it echoes out as it makes its way down the line further and further away from where you all are until it's out of earshot entirely.
Well, I guess
It was
at this point,
coming. It was going away or towards.
away. Like it started close to us, right? It started
Yeah,
close to us, and then
it
yeah,
started
away,
started right on you guys, and then it went down the line.
Yeah. So I kind of will start moving slowly to where Tito is.
Okay. You move over slightly into Tito's direction. He's still held up in his shell. The snow beginning to cover more and more of him at this point.
And I want to whisper, "Hey, what are we doing? What's the plan?" They're just staring at us.
Tito, hide.
I mean, for how long? How long are we going to stay here until I'm buried in the snow? What's do we have a longer term strategy?
I don't know.
And now I want to walk, or I want to like same thing, move slowly over to where I assume Guy is because I saw the snow like shifting.
Sure. You're easy enough.
I'm still crawling
He's
slowly.
made
He's still
it-
crawling. But I want to walk faster than he's crawling.
He's made it about like 5 or 6 feet away from where he was when he started, so it's pretty easy to catch up to him.
I'm like, hey, what are you doing? We're not gonna make it like this if you keep doing this.
And I very silently whisper.
You have telekinesis.
But it's not as fun. No, I just, in his mind, I tell him that we just need to get out of this general vicinity where they're looking, and then we can continue on.
And I reply back telepathically. They're all along the way. Like there's birds the whole way.
Yes, but if we can get out of their concentrated vision, then we can continue sneaking after we get out of it.
But they already know we're here.
Well, then we gotta run. We gotta try to get to the horse and buggy.
Okay, I'm down for running.
Just
And
push me. I'll slide.
I don't. So, and I message back to Tito and just tell him like, "Hey, we gotta run."
Slide.
And then I mean it.
Run. We run.
All right, we run.
Run, Tito, run!
Okay, I'll run.
As we're running, well, I don't know. Are we running yet?
Is
Let
that
me know when
all
we
that
start
you're
running.
about to do?
Yeah.
All right. You guys watch as Guy is the first one to break off, bolting out from underneath the snow as a massive amount of this white powdery snow begins to just fall off into the ground all around him as he takes off like a track star athlete rushing through the snowy forest.
Hell yeah.
Two of you like to follow him?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully Garrett will go ahead of me. I mean, I know the rough
Harder
way
for me to run
there,
though, than
but-
because it's like up to my head almost.
Tito, you're running after as well?
Yeah.
All right. As the three of you immediately break out into a frenzy, rushing through the forest, you watch as the crows all begin to just bark like mad. A cacophony of crow sounds just begins to echo throughout the forest. Each bird is just shouting as loudly as it can, and you watch as the furthest most back portion of crows that was towards the exit of the forest, or towards the, if you were trying to exit the forest, that was the direction they were at. They try to swoop around in a giant line to get ahead of where you guys are at. They do their best to, but I believe they're not fast enough. Let me double check speeds real quick. What is everyone's base speed is at least 25 or 30 feet of movement, right?
Yeah.
30.
So that means, I'm assuming running to me means that you guys are just dashing at this point, so it would double to 60.
Yeah.
I guess technically Snicket has the potential to move quicker than everyone, but I
Well,
believe
no, I'm 25 unless I'm on all fours, and then I'm 30.
Okay, well, you could be on all fours in this situation if you wanted to be, but even if you
Could I?
were on
The
all
snow's
fours-
too high.
Oh, that's true. You're right. I didn't account for the snow when I was initially thinking, but you could still technically bonus action dash as well
Yeah, I could.
to be quicker than everyone. It would
Yeah.
still only be 75 feet, so it wouldn't be as much quicker, but it would still be at least somewhat. Where the fuck are these crows at? Where's their stat block at? Yeah, okay. You guys are faster than them. You can tell that they're trying to get ahead of you and form that line of communication once more, leading back towards the hag hut. And you guys still do spot some of them that formed the line that led back from the concentrated area where you guys were at, back to where the hag hut is. But at this point, that line is very thin, and there's not more than just a handful of birds here and there that you spot as you're making your way towards the exit of the forest, towards the outer rim of the forest, towards where it breaks off into the swamp once more. And at that point is where you guys notice that the just regular cold weather that exists within the tundra has reached a critical mass. This is now like an Arctic snowstorm at this point. The air around you is frozen, frigid, and it's like sandpaper scratching against your faces as you rush through the forest.
Oh.
It has become increasingly darker and more difficult to see as you've made your way further and further in towards where the hag hut is at and where the cart and Zarkon were left. You guys have to instinctively put your arms in front of your faces. You cover your mouths and noses the best you can, leaving nothing more than just your eyes covering. At this point, even doing your best to run, your guys' speed is halved because of the difficult terrain, and you're moving at regular speed at best at this point, with how thick the snow has become and how difficult it is to see as you continue in this direction. What would you all like to do?
How far away are we?
At this point, you guys have probably made it about a mile or so from where you were at previously before it's gotten to this point.
Okay.
At the current rate, how much longer would it take to get
to where the cart is?
Yeah.
If you maintain your current speed that you're at right now for that whole time, it would probably take you about another hour or so, maybe a little under that, but you're not certain what the weather holds deeper into this situation.
And do we see any crows around us?
Make a perception check with disadvantage. At this point, it's incredibly difficult to see very far beyond, just a few feet in front of you with how heavy the snow is falling. But not a challenge for Snicket. You could tell that there are a handful of crows that are still attempting to follow you all, though many of them have been lost within this thick snowstorm at this point. Especially trying to fly, that is near impossible. You're surprised that even a handful of them have managed to keep tail at this point.
I want to look around and see if I can see anywhere we could potentially hold up for a little bit out of try to get cover from the snow and the wind.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Whoa.
Ooh, pretty good. Okay. You do spot a small den that has a little overcliff hanging of some rocks and a couple of fallen trees that guard in the sides that might be enough room for the three of you, but it would be cramped to say the least.
I want to... I mean, I guess...
But your back would be covered, and so would your sides. There would only be one way to approach where you guys would be held up at, is the advantage of this spot.
Yeah, so I want to kind of get Tito and Guy's attention and motion to that area.
The two of you hear Snicket shouting the best he can over the raging howl of the snowstorm, motioning towards a direction off to the side.
And I say we have to outrun the crows. They're going to know exactly where we're at.
Is this telepathically?
Telekinetically, yeah.
I say, okay. Both my teeth chattering in my mind.
And I tell him, just remember where that is, in case we need to come back to that.
And I remember where it is.
Yeah, that's how that works. I appreciate it. Make my job easier. All right, Tito, did you have something you were gonna say?
Burbs.
I think that's a no.
That's a
Burbs.
Oh, he's just saying burbs. Okay, that's what I thought. I couldn't tell. All right. So you all continue on your path. Are you still doing your best to run through the snowstorm?
Yeah, trying to keep ahead of the crows.
Okay. Oh, David's ping just spiked like a mofo.
Yeah, I saw that. 1400.
New record.
Going for the high score.
He's probably playing World of Warcraft at the same time.
Can you still hear us all right?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as you can hear us all right. All right, and mainly that's really what you needed to be here to hear. Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys continue doing your best to rush through the snowstorm as you can, it's becoming increasingly difficult, though, with the thickness of the snow at your feet, especially those of you that were not blessed with quite as long of legs as some of the other members of the group. 10, 15 more minutes of rushing through this thick snowstorm go by, though, and you can tell that the intensity is only increasing the further into the heart of the storm you guys continue. The field of vision just diminishes further and further as you all continue in, and the amount of snow on the floor begins to pile up and up and up until it's almost above Snicket's knees at this point. You guys break to the edge of the forest where the swampy area begins, and what used to be a dank, mysterious swamp with low-hanging fog that rolled in everywhere now looks like a frozen wasteland with nothing but frozen bits of grass sticking up through the top of it, with a thin sheet of ice all along the bottom. But is very, very open compared to the forest that was enclosed with all of the trees around. And while even inside of the forest, the intensity of the snowstorm was difficult to bear through and to continue moving forward, there is nothing blocking the ferocity of this storm once you break into this swamp. It is open, and every bit of force hits you all directly. And traversing through it could be incredibly difficult. Not impossible, but certainly incredibly difficult.
Do I see any of the crows?
Roll a perception check with disadvantage for me because of the snow.
Where is it?
If you hold all while you click it, it will roll disadvantage automatically.
Yep, or you can hover over an already rolled one, and then you can just roll it with advantage or disadvantage. That was advantage, but
yeah,
we'll just take the 14.
14,
It's fine. It's
yeah.
easy. Your head snapping, twisting all around, guy. You begin to look for any sign of life in the air above, looking for any sort of crow or bird flying above, but you can barely see the hand in front of your face, much beyond anything further than that. So you don't see any birds or crows in the air around you, but your field of vision is so reduced at this point, you don't necessarily feel super confident in that assessment either.
And how far off are we?
If you guys had continued moving at a standard pace, which is what we're just going to say is like your regular 30 feet movement in 6 seconds, you're about an hour away. You guys would be hard pressed, though. You would imagine to continue that pace in the current situation. You guys, none of you have like spiked boots or anything, I don't believe. So traveling across like that thin sheet of ice that the swamp creates when this frozen tundra would be very difficult to maneuver over safely without that.
All right, so I guess I turn to the rest of the group and say that maybe we should just turn back. It's only getting worse.
How far have we progressed from that spot?
Where we started the session at?
No. The covering area.
Oh, not very far at all.
I was.
Maybe a quarter of a mile or something, if even.
Yeah. So I telepathy back. Let's go back to that spot.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. You guys gather up and you make your way deeper into the forest, closer towards where you initially came from, about a quarter of a mile off of the edge of where the forest ends and the swamp begins. The swamp now being more of a frozen tundra than anything. You all relocate to the spot that Snake had previously pointed out, checking the area for any crows or birds while you make your way back. And lucky enough, nothing was spotted on the way. What would you all like to do?
So I guess we're gonna have to get
Sorry,
out of here.
I had to answer a phone call. What? We're back at the spot now.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Which spot are we back at?
The one that
one
Snicket
the
pointed out
cliff
just
covering
recently.
thing.
Gotcha.
Well, that you told Snicket specifically to remember.
The one that I remembered, essentially.
Yes. Nice. So I guess we're gonna have to get out of here the hard way then.
I mean, do we want to stay here and see if we can wait out the storm? We need. I mean, we need to get back there because what if Zarkon manages to wake up and leaves with the manages to get all those mushrooms to Glisk? That could be pretty bad.
Can I tell if this storm is magical? Like if it was summoned?
You'd probably show up with a detect magic, wouldn't it?
I
I guess the storm itself isn't magical, but like if it was magically conjured.
I like the way you say conjured. I like that.
Conjured. Well, I guess
I genuinely like that. I was not trying to bully. I apologize. You could certainly try.
I'll take the 10 minutes to ritually cast detect magic. I don't know what it'll do, but
okay. Well, while you take the 10 minutes to ritually cast detect magic, I'm going to take that time to read real quick.
Do I have?
Do you need me to put up detect magic?
Yeah, if you don't mind, I would appreciate that. That would help.
I want to ask if I should go ahead and light like a fire so that we can at least keep a little warm, or attempt to light a fire.
Yeah, at this point, this is not like a healthy environment or temperature to stay within, and you would know, Snicket, that attempting to long rest or sleep in this would definitely lead to its own potential risk, and that a source of heat or some other means for you guys to stay warm is certainly needed at this point.
So I asked the group if they think that it's safe enough to do that where we're at.
I'm ritually casting. I mean, I would say that.
Well, this is like when we get to the spot. Like I'm assuming I wanted to catch you before you started doing this, essentially.
Oh.
Herbs.
I mean, I wouldn't try to long rest or short rest here. I mean, I don't know how my character would say that without being meta, but
I wouldn't rest too long here.
Yeah.
Pretty much, you just don't say short or long. You just say, I wouldn't rest here.
Yeah, I wouldn't rest here. Yeah.
We're just waiting here 10 minutes and then.
And we'll
moving
see.
again?
Yeah.
Okay.
See if if this stuff is magical, it's not gonna.
But if it's not magical, then are we gonna stay here?
Yeah, we can try to wait it out. Maybe a few more minutes.
Okay. Wait, whoa, a few more minutes.
I mean, they know where we're at, so.
Yeah, but I mean, okay.
They know exactly where we're at, and we can't risk another fight.
All right, so you guys are going to hang out for a little while longer in your current location?
Yeah, until he can finish his. Until he can tell us whether it's magical or not.
Until I finish my detect magic.
Okay, so at the end of the 10 minutes of a guy focusing on detect magic, you do successfully complete the spell, but I need everyone to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Constitution saving throw.
You click
Yes,
on
sir.
Constitution, it gives you the option.
Yay!
Last but not least, Mr. Tito.
Ooh.
Get fucked.
Sheesh. Okay. You all can feel the cold grasp of the blizzard that surrounds you, trying to pull away at your fatigue. But you all are resilient enough, maybe running solely on adrenaline at this point, you're not quite certain. The negative effects of the cold have no effect on you all currently.
I'd like to embrace my comrades to share my wealth or my warmth.
Your wealth?
Sorry, I said comrades. And wealth
Comrades.
had to come out next.
You're just scooped up in a massive turtle bear hug as Tito brings you close to share his warmth.
Thanks, big guy.
Burps.
All right, and Guy, like I said, you do finish your cast on Detect Magic, and you kind of have this clarity of vision whenever you cast this spell that kind of gives you like this glowing aura to any sort of magical item or effect that you see in the immediate area. And looking around with Detect Magic on currently is a difficult sight to behold. All of the trees, the branches, the leaves that stem from them all glow this deep red aura. The snow that falls from the sky has a faint magical aura to it as well. And there are traces of birds. You can see feathers and whatnot kind of strewn throughout the treetops that have a different magical aura to them as well.
Can I tell what school it's from?
Yeah, absolutely. For the snow, its school is transmutation. Give me just a second to look up the other ones real quick. And if you want like kind of an example of like transmutation, it's like the ability to manipulate physical properties of like not only people but like things and items too, like turning copper into gold or something like that.
Gotcha.
Examples of the spell are shape water, gaseous form, polymorph, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
While the magic from the trees and the remnants of crows that you can spot is divination magic. And examples of that are identify, scrying, true sight, stuff like that. Useful for reading ancient scripts, identifying magical items, and seeing invisible enemies, and seeing into alternate realms and planes.
Okay. And I say that to the group, what I see. I said, we need to get out of here.
Okay.
But I think we need to head a slightly different direction than where the crows first found us.
Lead the way then.
Okay. So we'll go in a slightly different direction.
This time trying to leave the forest entirely.
Yes.
Okay, sure thing. Go ahead and make a survival check for me with disadvantage, guys. You're going to try to lead a new path for your group, but this snowstorm is making it increasingly difficult to do so.
Wait, all of us are, or just him?
Actually, just guys leading, unless if someone else wanted to lead.
I would definitely ask for help. Because I mean, I'm not the best.
I mean, I can lead. Since I have my thing, but I guess it is a new path, so.
What I'll say the situation is I'm helping isn't really going to be enough to outweigh the disadvantage of the blizzard. But if two of
Okay.
you want to roll with disadvantage for survival checks, you can do that.
Okay.
And then we'll take the better of the two rolls. Or the oh no! Fucking
Wow.
That sucks.
That sucks.
All right, I'm glad I got you all three of you to waste your natural 20s already today.
Oh, I was almost it.
Oh god, Tito didn't want to feel left out. He just had to throw a die roll in there too.
Yeah, just cause. Okay.
So with the two of yous guys,
So it should be easy to find a different path because we're straight up lost.
with the two of you working in tandem, you're doing your best to navigate through what is increasingly becoming more and more close to an outright blizzard surrounding you at this point. You can only tell that the intensity of the storm is continuing to reach out further and further and further than when it first began. And it is not easy to navigate through whatsoever, especially trying to maintain a different path than what you initially came in and trying to dodge any sights of potential birds or ravens, crows, and whatnot in the treetops above. It takes you all quite some time, as moving at a regular pace is next to impossible in the current weather. So I do need you guys to go ahead and make one more Constitution saving throw for me before we are able to exit the forest.
Oh yeah. I hope that's good.
I just need one more from Mr. Tito. All right. Once again,
Still gets
everyone
a
is
13.
everyone is able to fight off the effects of the cold weather storm, but you find it more and more difficult the longer you guys are staying within here to fight off the storm, and you can feel the intensity increasing and the gnawing sensation of the cold eating away at you further and further. But after about an hour and a half of blindly wandering through this blizzard in this deep forest, you all manage to fumble your way to the edge of the forest. Guy, you kind of instinctively stop at the edge of the forest because of what you saw last time when you all initially entered into the forest. Though detect magic at this point, of course, has faded. You can't see anything naturally outside of the edge of the forest, though the snowstorm does seem to reach even beyond just the forest by a little bit. What would you all like to do?
I guess we just keep going. I mean, I don't know how to. So you said we've reached the edge of the.
Correct. And you guys will be officially exiting the forest back into a much more open area that could lead you back towards the village if that's where you guys were looking to head to.
I think we should head towards the estate.
Estate.
Lady Maze.
Yes.
Oh, we left the forest?
We're about to.
Oh, I thought we were at that. Oh, okay.
Where did you think we were going?
I thought we'd backtracked and then went back towards the swamp a different way. It's fine though.
Would you want to go back and object?
No.
to the
It's
decision?
fine.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
Well, I mean, I would want to hear you out.
Hear me out about what?
Not leaving the forest.
Oh, the objection would have been that we didn't prevent. We wouldn't be able to prevent Darkon from delivering those mushrooms to Glisk.
Hey, I mean, you did a pretty good job of slowing him down last time.
Yeah,
But not stopping it though.
Fair enough. But to be fair, you guys had a hard enough time on foot through that forest, navigating a
Cart.
cart.
My plan wasn't to take the cart. I was gonna destroy. I was thinking that we could just destroy the cart.
I'm not saying you guys were trying to take the cart. I'm just saying anybody trying to maneuver that
Oh,
cart
true. Yeah.
through this current weather would be next to impossible, if not impossible. So if you're looking to stop him overall, totally understandable thought process, but he would be very hard pressed to get a carriage out of that forest at this current point.
True.
Yeah. That was my thinking. But I mean, we know we have more information that I think we can use against them. Which, I mean, he might not have continued his. I mean, he was kind of down for the count. Well, I don't know if I would know that.
He would know that. I would know that.
Okay.
I mean, I saw he was unconscious. That was about it.
Okay.
He was talking up a storm the last time I saw him.
I mean, you could think that someone could potentially die out in this weather as well if they were unconscious in it for too long. And you guys, and also just to make sure that this is clear, the intensity of the blizzard was increasing drastically the closer you guys moved towards where the cart was, and more specifically where the hag hut was. And Zarkon was at an even closer point than you guys ever reached in terms of
about
proximity to the hag
6
hut.
feet under of snow.
Yeah, if not more, not more than that.
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
All right. So I would say we would backtrack toward Lady May's estate again.
Okay.
I think that was where we were.
Yeah, that's the last place you guys were at before you left the village and headed towards the forest. She was just asking you guys to recap, in case if anyone doesn't remember exactly kind of why we were here and what went on. You guys did save the bear, and I know we didn't talk about it. You do technically still have the bear cub with you.
I actually was just about to say that maybe we forgot him.
So you guys would have been rushing back into the hag hut with the bear cub. Also, the bear cub looks like he's about to die of hypothermia at this point.
We set him free.
Not really, but we set him free in the forest. Here you go, bud.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. Well,
but you guys went here at Lady May's request to just help the village of Nasu, and she thought that ridding the world of Zarkon would be the first step towards that. While not the greatest evil, she thought that it would just be an easy step towards that, and that's kind of where this started from.
Well, we've got a lot of information.
Mm-hmm.
I think that should help.
Sure, absolutely. So
we got a new sword.
Oh yeah,
and we got some mushrooms. Spoils of war.
You guys got some experience. We leveled up in the process, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
Life experience,
exactly.
Yeah.
We now get to call you by your real name. That's the biggest takeaway.
That's the best part. That was so great. Best session ever was last session, just for that reason.
Yes.
So yeah, you guys want to exit the forest?
Yeah.
Okay. Easy enough. As the three of you, freezing your fucking asses off at this point, carrying the shivering bear cub that you have rescued from Zarkon and his mothers, for lack of a better term, or aunties, I think he called them. You all hear a faint voice call out to you from the distance. It's about time you all left there. I thought that you'd never get out.
Whose voice is that?
You all whip around to recognize the voice of Maximilian of the Iron Blood standing behind you all.
Who are you again?
All right,
chuckles.
Oh wait.
Oh wait. So is this David not remembering or Tito not remembering?
Both.
Wow.
I recognize the voice. I don't remember who he was though.
He was Korg's mentor.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
How easy it is we forget Tito of the Green Turtle.
I'm more familiar with your big eye friend.
Who's that?
Big eye friend?
The thing that ate
The frog he-man.
The frog?
Oh.
that which consumes.
That which consumes. Yeah?
Oh, you are most amusing, Tito. Well, I am a very busy man, and I do not have much time to chit-chat, but your friend Korg was quite insistent that since me and my allies were done with it, that you all would be able to find some level of use in it at this point. So, best of luck with that one.
With what
Toodaloo,
one?
everyone. And you watch as he waves his hand and his form begins to dissipate. And as he does, you all watch as a massive shadow in the sky appears before you as the enormous rock plummets from the sky that started this whole adventure to begin with. Lands on the ground directly in front of you all.
Wait a second. Hold on. Oh, never mind. Yeah.
This?
They said it was destroyed before. Didn't they say it was destroyed before?
People were lying about it was being destroyed.
Hold on, let me look at my notes.
I mean, we had like half that one session where we were arguing.
Yeah, I think that's what we said that
You had said it was destroyed. Lying.
no, I'd said it was destroyed as the truth.
As lying. No, it wasn't the truth. I mean, now you can understand why it was so
What?
annoying arguing with you.
No, because I went. You guys are mad that I told Glisk the truth.
No.
Yes.
They never destroyed it.
No, because I wouldn't have lied to Glisk.
Oh, well you did.
Yeah, I didn't. Someone told me that it was destroyed, and that's why I went to Glisk and told him it was destroyed, and that's why I was mad because I couldn't fulfill his thing, and so I was. Yeah, no one had ever told me that it was actually still. Someone had told me that it was destroyed. I think that Maximilian had told me it was destroyed.
I don't think so. I don't know who told you, but it wasn't me.
I'm looking through my notes.
The turtle weed affects Tito's memory.
Tito's still over here like, wait, who was that guy?
Like, he's fucking God. Where'd he go? Yeah, I'm just like looking behind trees for him right now.
So, a few moments after the resounding thud and this meteorite landing again directly in front of you all, you guys hear an awkward...
Hold on a second. Because they were upset at me when I told him that the meteor was destroyed, because before they had said, they told him that, oh, we don't know where it is, we're looking for it. But they got mad when I told them it was destroyed because they said that now they had a cover story before until they could figure out how to handle him finding out it was destroyed.
I've never been under the impression that it was destroyed.
David?
I can't remember, honestly. It rings a bell, but it could have been a lie.
Yeah, it was eaten by the frog, but no. But when I called him, because I specifically asked Cork to call him so I could ask him and say, "Hey, I need the rock," and he was like, "Oh, it was destroyed during our testing, like it's gone." And that's when I was like, "Well, I don't." That's when my guy had the meltdown was like, "Well, I don't," because he went to like a frenzy essentially after that and like passed out when he found out it was destroyed.
Oh well, look at that. It's not destroyed.
So my guy is now livid.
I don't like telling people, what, like, whether they're necessarily right or wrong all the time. But Garrett, so you don't feel gaslit because no one else knows for certain, you are correct.
Okay, thank God.
Maximilian did tell you all that the meteorite was destroyed within their testing, and that there was nothing left of it because you asked for some of it to give to Gliss after they were done, and that is what he responded to you about it.
Okay, I'm not crazy.
And then when when Maximilian came back again, he said that Korg was adamant that this was given back to you guys and that you would have more use of it than they would at this point.
A rock in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, like this is where you throw it. Is he
And
gone?
before I was,
he disappeared.
He literally said that shit and then fucking bamped himself out of there. He did not stick around to even like hear a thank you. But as I was saying, before Garrett was power tripping about being lied to, off in the distance, you all hear a and you look around suspiciously to see a large ox with a carriage behind him, just a few hundred feet off of you guys.
Filled mushrooms?
No, it does not. It's not have any mushrooms in it.
Dang it! What a haul!
Most definitely not Zarkon. Let me tell you that much.
He's like, I just needed a nap. Wait, no, he wouldn't be saying anything because his mouth is. Well, I don't know.
Me over here deleting Zarkon from my NPC tab. Garrett's like, is it Zarkon? Is he still alive?
I mean, I don't know who's capable of lying now that I've been lied to.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. NPC in Dungeons and Dragons lied to you and your world is shattered.
All right, well that's a stroke of good luck.
Oh, good lord. I love you, Garrett.
Wait, I was lied to.
Well, no, it was double the lie because then I was lied to and then I was gaslit.
Well, John just didn't even care. Even when you like throw all your evidence out right in front of him, he was like, "Oh yeah, you're right. You were lied to." He's just like, "Okay, whatever." And Garrett's just like, "No, no."
Like I don't care whether he said it was destroyed or not. There's a giant rock in front of us. Like...
Wow, you mean to tell me the mentor of the guy who died the first session lied to us?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Alright, shout outs to my boy Zach. May you always remember him dying on the first session. That's the only time that's ever happened to me. That's how egregious his choices were.
He's just like, oh, I'm just gonna go out. Okay, I'm gonna force myself to wake up 15 minutes before everyone else. Okay. And then I'm gonna leave. You do that. And it came down to like one bad survival roll.
Oh, it was something.
Shit roll. He wasn't hitting anything.
Yeah, dude, he didn't even hit the bear.
No,
fucking,
he just got absolutely mauled.
Then you guys went and got revenge for fucking Scraffy and Scruffy's parents, though. They took out Korg, but it was a massacre.
I love how Tito just soloed the other bear.
He did.
Just didn't even need the help.
Though to be fair, Barbarian's a good 1v1 class. Warlock, not so much.
No. He's just like... He's like, I'll try to
I'm in danger.
It's like, dude, just run. Like, I'm going to shoot
goodness.
it. And I miss. Okay. Anyway.
So, with your new gifts in tow, having just escaped from the forest, on the edge of the snowstorm, what would you all like to do?
Load this puppy up and head out.
Get on out of here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys making your way back towards Nastu, more specifically Lady May's home?
Yes.
Oh wait. Do we want to bring the meteor into the town?
Where I thought was her estate? I thought it was like on the edge of town or like outside.
It is on the edge of town, but you would have to still stroll through town with it to make it your way to her estate.
Maybe we stash it somewhere. Dang.
That's what I would do. We need to stash it somewhere. We can't just waltz into the town because the Black Hand have eyes everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go and try to find a place to stash it nearby that's pretty well hidden and not too difficult to get to, I guess.
Okay, so for the sake of time, get into a little bit of other stuff in the session. Is there anything anyone would like to do on the journey from the edge of the forest back to Nasu? I believe that's going to take you guys. Well, you guys walked previously, and it took you guys about a day and a half. So by carriage, we're probably going to shave off a little bit of time for sure on that. Probably go to about a day or so of travel. Was there anything anyone wants to do in that downtime you would have during the travel, or anything you guys want to talk about? I don't want to skip over those opportunities, but
I want to offer to give to give Guy the mushrooms, or if he wants, and see if he wants to continue carrying them.
No, I can carry them.
Okay, I give you 30 pounds of mushrooms.
Alright, do you have it in your inventory that it can just be dragged over, or do I need to add that?
I don't think I've made one for that.
It's
yet.
it. Well, I made it in my inventory. If you want to go ahead and pull it over.
I've been slacking on keeping up with some of the inventory stuff for you guys, so that's my bad.
It's literally just an item that says Greyfist mushrooms and it weighs 30 pounds.
Hey, that really, dude. Sometimes that's all you need. I like to be fancy though. Sometimes and like upload a picture and shit, but you know that takes a long time. There you go. 30
Cool.
pounds of Greyfist mushroom for you, Guy.
All right. I don't think there's really anything I wanted to do. When would be? I don't even know how long we've been awake at this point. As far as like a long rest.
I can tell you what we've done since we've been awake.
A decent amount.
Dude, we've freaking that charnel hound. Since we killed the charnel hound, we've been awake.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. We took a short rest.
You guys have done a lot. You guys have done short rest in between, but you've done a lot. You guys could take a long rest before you even traveled at all if you wanted to, but that's all up to you guys how you want to break it down. You are certainly in a position where all of your characters would appreciate taking a nap right now. But while you guys talk about that, make your decision. I'm going to run the restroom real quick.
Okay.
Can we sleep on the wagon?
I guess we could. I mean, use that as a. If we can find a good place to kind of.
Actually, someone has to steer. Oh, I was thinking, well, the ox is going, just mindlessly just walking down the road.
Oh well. I wasn't. I mean, we could take shifts.
Oh, it was only be one shift of a long rest.
No, it'd be 3 shifts.
If it took us a day and a half of walking. It's not going to take us a day and a half on a.
Yeah, it's going to take us a day, he said.
Oh, like 24 hours, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we could probably just do shifts. Dude, the charnel hound. We've done a lot without long resting. Yeah. I mean, I haven't used a spell in forever. I mean, a non-ritual cast.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
Alright, so we're thinking that, and maybe you'll have to tell us if this is feasible, is while we're traveling we could take a long rest and just take shifts at the person kind of just managing the cart and the ox?
You're not going to be able to travel at all while taking a long rest because navigating the carriage is going to be considered too strenuous of an activity to do.
What if we did shifts?
Even if you do shifts, yeah, it's going to be like you can't really break up a long rest, unfortunately. Or at least not with that strenuous of an activity. If you're just like sitting up doing watch, it's usually okay. Let me make sure. I don't want to.
If it takes a day, like not like basically one person rests like 8 hours, another person rests 8 hours, and another person rests 8 hours.
Oh,
that way 2 people are awake at all times.
I got you. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, that realistically could work. That's my bad. I was looking at it through a very narrow lens, a specific way of doing it, but that definitely makes sense actually. And you'd have just enough space for one person realistically. The cart is pretty filled up with just the massive meteorite in the back of it, but there's enough room for one individual. So that could work if you guys want to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
So you will have to choose an order though of who completes long rest first, but that's about it.
I think guys should go first.
Wait, Tito, what? How you looking, Tito?
Tito, what?
I'm hurt.
He's hurt? I say Tito does it first.
Yeah, Tito's hurt.
Oh, I didn't know he was hurt.
He's hurt.
He seems unscathed to me.
Yeah, maybe Tito, me, then Snicket.
Alrighty. Easy enough. Anything else you guys wanted to do or discuss on your journey back to Nasu?
Yeah, I can't prep any potions out of these things yet. I'd imagine. I don't have
definitely not while traveling too. That'd be a little too difficult.
Yep. Then I don't think anything.
Riding an ox mixing fucking chemicals.
Oh yeah.
All right. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and skip ahead. Everyone has successfully completed their long rest, but a day's worth of travel has gone by, and you all are on the edge of the village of Nasu. I know you guys said you didn't want to enter it yet. You wanted to find a place to stash your goods.
I have spells again.
Is it a new day?
It is indeed a new day.
Oh, look at you.
Oh, and Scrappy takes a long rest too.
Sure he does. He's looking great now.
I keep forgetting that.
I just need to get rid of him so I don't have to keep remembering
Yeah.
that we have him.
Yeah. So everyone go ahead and take your long rest, heal your HP, get your
full health.
Get your spells.
I already did it. I just hit the button and it did everything for me. Whoa, angry Tito?
Always angry.
Why did angry Tito long rest?
Because Tito's cool. He has 2-player characters.
He's mad because he was hurt.
No, that's the thing. He's always angry.
Exactly.
Okay, so you guys are kind of on the edge of the village at this point, or on the edge of the mountains that head upwards of the village rest upon. What would you guys like to do with your goods?
Dash him. Are there like there's when you say goods, you mean like the rock, right?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah. I didn't know if we had drugs on us too.
I don't know what you guys brought in with you. That's up to you guys.
I want to look to see if there's like a secluded area that we could get the cart and like that's from a secluded area from the road that we could potentially get like the cart up and in.
So on the edge of the city, or the furthest point that's kind of down at the base level before the mountains begin, there is the cemetery as a potential area that it could be stashed that you guys do remember, as well as you could certainly try to just hide it in some of the forest foliage that's at the base of the mountain that people don't very realistically travel into very often. There's certainly a multitude of spots you could put it at the base of the mountain around here that it would be out of everyone's easy view shot. Though this is a difficult thing to hide, so
Yeah, let's do that, and then kind of cover it with some of the natural like stuff too to kind of make
Okay.
it less visible as well.
You guys kind of curve around. The cemetery is close by to where you guys are at. It's probably good few hundred feet away from where you guys are at, or excuse me, a few hundred yards away from where you guys are at. But you kind of find this spot where the mountains twist right before they stop and the road upwards towards the village begins. There's a thick amount of trees and foliage kind of on the side as well. You guys park the cart or carriage right back in there, kind of out of everyone's easy view shot. Clearly out of easy vision, blocked in between the mountain and the trees. You guys grab some branches, foliage all around. You even grab some piles of snow, kind of putting it over top, doing your best to cover the cart entirely. Are you guys going to leave the ox that pulls it as well, or are you going to bring the ox with you?
Probably should bring the ox.
So,
give the
is Snicket on good terms with Glisk right now?
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, I decided to like not follow through with the plan after I talked to Lady May. But as far as with Glisk goes, I essentially had told him the last thing that we had spoke about. He had given me the 3 essentially deals where if I found the meteor, actually, yeah, because before I had, what was it?
There's a big argument about whether or not Snicket was given a mission to kill Tito and Guy.
I'm trying to remember now.
Because Glisk told
the
Snicket
thing actually
to deal
happened
with the other two.
Because I had, oh, okay, I remember how it happened now. How do you want that? Because he said if I found the meteor, he'd give me a vial of the cure. If I brought him the meteor, I would get more of it, and then if I took care of the traders, he would arm my tribe, and that's the last I've talked to him.
Mm-hmm. So how are we gonna get in the town without being spotted? At least me and Tito.
I mean, I can go in, or I mean, I can go in and bring Lady May out.
Or what if there was a way that we could get the meteorite into town?
What benefit would that give us?
To bring it to actual Lady May's estate.
But did she say that she needed the meteor for anything?
Well, what are we doing with the meteor then?
I don't know. He said it would help us. I mean, if it feels like we could, if we bring her out, it's probably the safest bet. There's no risk in me going and getting her and then bringing her to the meteor. Or I could even ask her if there's anything she could do.
I may be able to get the meteor inside the town.
But what is that risk
I have
by
a plan.
But what is that risk
it's
by
safe. It's safer at her estate than out here.
I mean, if you want to risk it and you think that it'll work.
So, let's see. How
I mean, we can start blowing through your spells.
A spell.
Just see what he comes up with. I'm
looking
at spell this right now.
Yeah, a spell.
God,
okay.
I cast catapult on the meteorite.
And then just freaking launch it. What? Catapult has a weight limit, correct?
Yeah, 5 pounds is like the max for catapult.
Okay.
That's not a viable option. Don't do that.
Okay.
We cut the meteor up into tiny 5-pound pieces.
All right, so follow me with this. So.
Oh, I'm listening.
So we have a couple black hand coins, correct?
Yes.
Sure do.
At least.
We have 2.
I have one.
Wait, how'd you get one?
I don't know.
What?
Oh, I got it off the dead, dude. The same place I got. So, okay. So I've got 2 black hand daggers. A black
Wait,
hand.
what? How'd you get black hand daggers?
I got them off the dead guy, dude. This is why I loot everything.
I thought I took the black hand daggers.
We killed like 2 people.
Oh.
So I know I have 2 of them. And I have a black hand coin. So whatever the other guy had, I didn't get from him. So I have a black hand coin, black hand daggers. I can disguise myself as someone from the black hand. We could put the meteorite in the cart. We can put the tent, the 2-person tent. I have one. I think we have 2-person tents, and we can cover the meteor. Not only that, I can disguise the smell inside to be like the smell of those mushrooms. And we could just say, I could just disguise myself as, what's his face? Zarkon.
Okay, I like this, but wouldn't it just be easier if if you guys stayed here and I went and got May and brought her, and
Oh,
then
so
we
you just
decided the
want to
next
go?
plan
You
from
want to
there?
go off on yourself again?
I really like the plan of let's sneak the thing the guy wants into his place. I'm personally a really big fan of that plan.
It's not to his place. It's to Lady May's estate.
Into his town.
Just
And
paint
he's
it.
highly monitoring.
Hold on, I got an idea. Paint it like a turtle shell, and we'll say it's one of my cousins.
Alright, so the meteorite is still magical, correct?
You're not sure?
Yeah, you're
I
not
would
sure.
I would have cast detect magic or something within that day of travel
Okay.
to make sure that we're not just carrying a round
Dead rock.
Yeah, dead rock, just a giant rock.
I got you. There is a faint magical sense to it, though it is diminished drastically from what it once was when you first found this meteorite.
Oh, lame. Okay. Well, then it's not as important. So yeah, maybe we could just.
It feels as if something is like there's a prison or something capturing the energy inside. You can sense that much when you cast detect magic on it.
There's a prison.
There's something there. Yeah, there's something that's keeping all of the energy and all of the magic confined and not allowing it to flow freely like it was before.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, then maybe we could just stash it. How long does disguise self last?
An hour, maybe.
1 hour.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and we also have the sending stone. Is back up, by the way. Yeah, if you can sneak in, well, I guess we'll wait out here.
I'm not really sneaking in. I'm just walking in.
Oh.
There's not a bounty on my head or anything.
Oh yeah, there is a bounty on our heads, isn't there?
I mean, I was the only one that I know of that was tasked to get that bounty, so I don't know if you guys would even be that risky going in. But I mean, how long would it take me, JR, to get to the town and back?
Like to where May's estate is and then back to where they are.
Yeah.
30, 40 minutes if you were like pretty brisk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I could get there pretty quickly. I mean, it'd be safer if you guys. I mean, we don't know if anyone else is looking for you guys, so if you guys stayed here at 2 birds, you guys are out of harm, and someone's watching over the meteor just in case. So yeah.
Why don't we just massacre everyone in the city so we don't have to worry about being seen?
Whoa. Whoa.
I don't say that in game.
Oh my
I'm just saying
God.
I think that would be easier at this point than us sneaking.
I found the murder hobo of the group. There's a challenge in front of us. Kill everyone.
Yeah, we won't be seen if there's no one there to see.
Oh yeah, I go and get Lady May. I get to Lady May's estate. Actually, I don't know if she's there or not.
Easy enough to save on time. You are very clearly spotted by officers of the Black Hand as you enter into the village, who make note of your entry, Snicket. That's something you're kind of on the lookout for at this point.
And I purposefully look at them as I walk in and give them like a nod, like an acknowledgement.
Okay. And
Act like you belong.
as you make your way throughout the town, you can definitely spot a handful of different times where there are eyes on you, kind of tracking your location, seeing where you're going. Do you want to treat every interaction kind of similarly to the first one?
Yeah, kind of, just like
What's
acknowledge.
What's up?
Do I know like
What's
a
up,
black
right?
hand handshake? A black handshake?
Yeah, you know the gang sign
Oh,
of the
no.
Black Hand. It's all good. You're throwing up
Black
the
shake?
signs.
Walk around with like bees on my hands.
Bees on my head.
You continue to make your way quickly throughout the village, walking briskly at this point. Even the snow at the village is a little bit heavier than what it has been the past handful of days. Not too much activity in the streets outside of the dozens of homeless people that you kind of spot all up and down the streets. But no real sales opened up, nothing like that. Nobody out and working. It seems to be a really slow, quiet day in the village so far. Before eventually you make your way to Lady May's estate. There's the dilapidated wall that surrounds her building that you're quickly and easily able to kind of sneak in through, and you can spot pretty much almost immediately as you enter in, the two brothers, Jiro and Ichiro, are out in front sparring right now using some practice weapons on one another. Jiro using a massive wooden club and Ichiro using a long, thinner wooden staff.
That's that it.
Whoa, you're not here. Asa, dude. Wait. Am I inside the estate? I was fixing my journal. Am I inside the estate now?
Yeah, the wall that surrounds the estate is very run down, so it's easy enough for you to kind of slink in through it and approach them.
Okay, yeah. I want to acknowledge him and be like, gentlemen.
They each kind of jump as you first say something and instinctively point their weapons towards you and both whip around in your direction.
I put my hands up and say, calm down, tough guys. Where's May?
It's Tiny Rat Man.
Yeah. May. Where is she? This is kind of urgent.
All right. I understand. Lady May is inside. Do you need us to keep watch or anything? Where are your friends? Ichiro responds.
They're at the edge of town. We actually, the funny story, the whole thing that Maximilian said about that media being destroyed, not true. He just gave it to us for some reason.
He immediately puts his finger to his lips. He says, "Perhaps this is a conversation we should continue inside."
Yeah, good idea.
Come. We were just about to sit down for some dinner.
Oh yeah, that sounds excellent right about now.
Come along, Jiro. Right away, brother. And Jiro quickly rushes behind afterwards. Ichiro leads the way, sliding one of the doors open. You can see that May is already sitting at the table. There's only a few places set, naturally, but there's still some soup back over towards the open fireplace. Lady May is kind of shocked to see you approach for a second. Oh, Zarek, is that you? Where are your friends?
They're at the edge of town. We ended up finding Zarkon. He was doing some weird stuff with some mushrooms that I don't really understand. He had said there was a delivery for Glisk, but unfortunately couldn't go back and stop his shipment. But I don't know if he made it out or not. There was a pretty heavy snowstorm before we left. But when we did leave, Maximilian, Korg's friend, he decided to show up and just give us the big meteor again. And so we brought it back with us. The rest of them are staged outside of the city, kind of covering it, so I could get in and get you guys and kind of plan the next course of action.
I thought that the meteorite had been destroyed. Is this some kind of trap or trick that he's playing on us?
I mean, it could be. You're just as confused as I am. But now we have it. We didn't want to leave it out there unattended. He said it may be useful to us. So I don't know if he's also trying to help us out with Glisk. But but I felt you may have a better eye for these kind of things, magic things and such. So, kind of wanted to get your take on this.
Right away. What you said? Your friends are here. They're on the outskirts of town.
You guys there?
Oh, we need to move quickly. It's almost dusk, and the Black Hand will be doing a perimeter sweep of the village. I don't know where they are, but we don't want them to be seen.
Oh wait, we can go right now. We want to eat. We want to just go right now.
I think we should go now.
Okay, that sounds good.
Jiro's already sitting at the table, mouthful of soup. Do I have to? Yes. Get your armor on and let's go. Ichiro just kind of smacks his brother upside the head as they both begin to get their armor on and quickly hurry out the door. You follow, I'm assuming, Snicket?
Yeah.
Or more so lead at this point, realistically.
Yeah.
Are you trying to be stealthy at all at this point, or are you guys just rushing across the
I guess I want to follow, I want to follow their lead as to what the urgency of the situation.
The Lady May is running. She's
okay,
rushing.
yeah. I want to essentially keep up with her, but guide her as to where we're going.
Okay.
I'll let her set pace. I'll set direction.
She kind of instinctively starts just rushing out of the home. Which direction is it? What way? Towards the cemetery?
Yeah, it was near the cemetery, right? It was close to
near the cemetery. Yeah, it was just a few hundred yards off of the cemetery.
Yeah.
And you all quickly begin to traverse across town. At this point, there is pretty much no activity. The sun is beginning to set, and outside of a handful of Black Hand guards that you spot, that's about it for activity within the village as you all make your exit.
As we go by the Black Hand guards,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to signal to them, like finger across the throat and point at them, like I'm going to go kill them, signal to the Black Hand guards that I'm going to kill. Not I'm going to kill I'm going to kill Lady May.
Kill the guards, like I'm coming for you, dude.
No, they basically because I know that
Glisk scene with Lady May is not good.
Exactly. Yeah. So I want to try my best attempt to make it look like tip them off that, hey, I'm going to kill these people.
All right, I like that. We're going to do a few things here. Then you go ahead and roll a deception check with advantage.
Never go well.
With advantage for me, because the situation looks pretty good for you right now. But we're going to do one more thing on top of that.
Deception.
Look at that.
Okay, so a couple of things happen.
You die. You shot in the head with the crossbow.
So the guards, a pair of the guards make eye contact with you, and you do a pretty convincing, real quick, kill motion and gesturing towards Lady May and her bodyguards. And the guards seem to buy the tale that you're weaving and pointing in that direction. However, as your direction turns back towards the group that you are following after, you see a disconcerted Ichiro who very clearly saw every bit of the gesture you made towards the Black Hand guards.
So, are we still continuing to move?
Yes, he's still continuing to move because he's processing it, but it definitely concerns him.
Okay, and so after we get out of sight of, basically when we get to a point where I don't think I see any guards anymore, okay. I want to fill them in that I'm essentially trying to create a cover story because when I spoke with Glisk last, he was unhappy with the fact that I was with them, and so I'm essentially trying to make a cover that I'm only with you guys because I'm trying to kill you.
Okay, go ahead and roll a persuasion check for me, Snicket.
Wow.
Lady May kind of looks at you a little bit confused, but she sighs. I'm not a fan, but that makes enough sense. I can understand the situation. I don't trust him as far as I can throw Jiro. Ichiro chimes in. Well, for now, you're going to have to learn to trust him. Please continue, Snicket. Zarek, she wouldn't know that. My bad.
I don't remember if I told her or not. I don't think I did tell her.
I don't think you did.
Because I did have the heart-to-heart with her, but I don't think I told her in that.
You told her kind of like a little bit of your history, I believe, but I don't think because you asked her if she could help at all because of her history of like, being a cleric. But you did. I don't believe you told her your real name or anything.
Yeah, I don't think I did either. So yeah, I continue guiding.
All right. And after a quick 10-15 minute rush across the city, or the village, excuse me, you guys find yourselves at the base of the mountain, right where you left your two comrades previously, Snicket. Wow, name blank. Holy shit. One of them's Guy, and the other one's name is Tito. There we go. Got there. Are waiting with the meteorite in tow. All right, where is it? I kind of knowing the answer, ask.
Well, it's right here.
Ta-da!
She, Lady May approaches it, but she has difficulty kind of reaching very much of it. Jiro and Ichiro rush over to help her. They kind of start throwing off, chunks of the snow and the various branches and foliage that you guys kind of covered the cart with. Lady May hops into the back of the cart and she palms both of her hands towards the meteorite, and they begin to glow this faint radiant energy. And eventually it begins to slowly drift from her hands all around the meteorite, and a faint glow begins to emit from it once again. Similar color to what it once was when you all initially found it, but like I said, a fraction of the power of what it was before. I don't know what's happened to it, but it seems weak. Something seems wrong with it. Do you all know what happened to it?
No, it just showed up. I'm assuming our comrades, or whatever they are to us, they're experimenting on it, is what they told us. But as to what they were doing, no idea. Their kind of like just show up, don't say much, and then leave. Sometimes die. But
And what is their kind again? What group is this?
they're the
kind of like dog people.
The lichens.
Maximilian of the Iron
Blood.
Yeah.
Blood. Yeah.
Ironball Mac.
That's the. I've met very few lichens, so I don't know if this is the way all lichens are, or if this is just a clan of them.
The Iron Blood, I thought to be extinct.
Didn't Lady May meet Maximilian?
She did.
Briefly.
Okay.
I've researched more into him since that man came to my courtyard, however many nights ago that was.
2, 3.
10.
I didn't believe them to still be operating. They're hundreds of years old, back in the time of the Worm Wars.
I mean, what did they do?
They were hired killers. Very skilled at it. Gruesome warriors. And they had a particular knack and talent for taking on draconic enemies. They called themselves the Iron Heroes to those that hired them. Well, they were little more than executioners for the other side.
Why would someone who essentially hunts dragons give us something when they know that we are helping a dragon actively?
I only can assume he thinks we can get no use of it at this point.
But then why give it to us at all?
Arrogance, I suppose? I am not certain.
Which begs the question, can we still use this?
I mean, it's kind of a double-edged sword. If we can't use it, then neither can Glisk.
I would not trust what the Iron Blood has to say. They have already lied to you once.
And I'm inclined to agree with you on that.
I never trusted that Korg. He was a very shifty one.
Yeah, neither did I.
We all hated him.
So where does that leave us with the whole Glisk situation? Last I mean, as far as I know, Zarkon was working with him to deliver these mushrooms. We did get a few just as samples, but he had a much larger shipment.
Can I see them?
Yeah, I pull out a couple.
She quickly jumps down from the cart and she grabs one of them from you. There's the faint magical radiant energy still kind of glimmers from the meteorite even as Lady May walks away from it. These are... Ichiro, what are these again? Are these what I think they are?
And I chime in that they are the grapest mushroom.
The grapest mushroom.
Yes, the grapiest of them all.
Aye, he is right, my lady. That is what they are. These mushrooms are used in alchemy for sedation potions.
Yeah, so what do you think that Glisk would want these for?
How big of an order did Glisk have coming to him?
There was crates and crates. Way more than I was capable of carrying. This is just a little bit of what I could get. But it was a whole cart full essentially.
She holds up like one mushroom that's about like you could guess like a third to maybe half of a pound in weight. This one mushroom could make a potion powerful enough, and she points towards Tito and Jiro, to keep either one of them unconscious for a day.
What could his... That's nice, but like what benefit could he have for making people unconscious for long amounts of time?
He's either trying to keep a lot of people unconscious
or one big thing.
Exactly. What you all know of Glisk, is he a full-fledged member of this Black Hand?
From talking to him, it sounded like he was I think when I talked to him, he said he was like an employee, like he was hired. I can't remember. Let me look at my notes. Where did it go? Sorry, 1 second. Did I? Oh no, I didn't take.
I just said Zarek came back and argued a bunch for whatever reason.
Wonderful notes, John.
You didn't even know what was going on, so you.
That's super great.
I mean, the thing before that. I mean, this was December 31st when you last talked with him.
Was it? No, it wasn't. It was November 20th.
No, you said Zarek talked to Glisk and made a deal to kill us to arm his tribe, and locating the meteor to get Vial of Cure.
Are you sure? Mine says that happened on November 20th. That might have been, actually, it was a multiple day thing, so it could have been a different session that I started the page on. Yeah, I don't have...
No,
I don't remember what I said.
November 21st, we met Ichiro, Jiro, and Lady May.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say I think he's working for someone. I don't think he's with the Black Hand. I think that he's working with them. I don't think he's actually a member of the Black Hand.
Lady May looks up towards Ichiro. Could it be them, Ichiro? I don't know of many other people who make such a potion.
Who's them?
The Dragon Binders.
Didn't we already know he was a dragon binder, though?
Yeah, she told us that he was a Dragon Binder.
It's what we've suspected.
Well, now points farther to just a suspicion. That's not a word. Suspicion.
It's not a word.
Before we were uncertain of if he was just a rogue one who stumbled upon this village and saw it as a easy land to conquer or not. But now it seems as if he may be having orders given to him from what you've told us.
That certainly would make sense. So I mean, we've potentially stopped him from getting these mushrooms, so that buys us some time. But what's the plan? I mean, are we trying to kill the guy, just trying to run him off?
I think we need to see what he's hiding in that mansion of his.
I mean, would he? I've been in the mansion. It seemed like I've only briefly been in the mansion. Do you think that he'd keep all of his, I guess, things that are important to his plan in the mansion with him, and not hide them somewhere else?
I'm not certain.
You think he has a dragon in there?
No way.
I think there is a possibility, to be honest with you. And any dragon of any color will be far more likely to be on our side than the side of a dragon binder if we let him out.
Hence why he's trying to keep it asleep.
This is not the first shipment that he's gotten. Maybe we go to the forest, wait for this Zarkon to exit, and we follow him. Does he deliver it right to Blisk Estate, or is there a drop-off point somewhere else?
Was that a question or a statement? Or a
That was a question. He didn't.
Oh.
He's just genuinely asking. He does not know.
Did Zarkon tell me? I don't think I picked up where Zarkon was taking them. He just mentioned that it was Glisk's.
The only things that were really mentioned is that it was another delivery for Glisk, and that he's mentioned having to travel to his estate, though he didn't specifically say, "Oh, I've got to travel all the way to Nasu, and I've got to go all the way," you know.
I would just say I'm not sure then, because it was very stressful, and I was trying to remain unseen. But if isn't it going to be hard to try to? I mean, we don't know. Well, first off, I don't know if Zarkon's going to be making any more deliveries, if you know what I'm saying. So even if we sat out there, I mean, we don't know the route he takes to get there. Was there a road that leads to the forest, or do we have to go off the road?
No, you guys were just off-roading at that point.
Yeah, so we don't even know essentially where he would come out of the forest at either. We'd have to set up a perimeter and just watch.
That may be a fruitful endeavor then.
Fruitful or fruitless?
I said fruitful, I meant fruitless. Sorry,
I mean, if we wanted to kind of see a better idea might be to watch the entrances and exits to the city for either Glisk leaving or like I guess a large caravan of goods that look to be run by the Black Hand entering or leaving the village. That may be better. I mean, do you think that he could be sourcing them from other people as well? Like how many to keep a dragon asleep? How many mushrooms do you think that he would need in a certain amount of time? Because like obviously he had a lot of mushrooms. How long would that have essentially that large of a shipment? How long would that have lasted him?
So, there's a couple of problems. It depends on the size. So let's just assume it's an average adult dragon. I would guess. How much do you think he had? 200 pounds, maybe, in that order.
I would say I'd say more than 200 pounds.
All right. Well, let's keep it modest then.
I'd say
Keep
probably
it at-
around like 1,000 pounds.
Oh, 1,000 pounds is enough to keep an adult dragon asleep for months and months and months.
So then that may be good because he needs less time between or he can go more time between shipments. So if that shipment is delayed, I'm not sure how well he had planned out his schedule, how much overlap there was between shipments, how much oversupply he had. But if he runs out, that could be bad for him.
Could be very bad. Especially, well, this is all under the calculation or assumption there's one. Or that we're even right and it's a dragon. That could be a great many deal of things in this region. There are plenty of terrifying creatures that we don't want unleashed upon the city.
Would I know if there's any other ingredients that he would need to make this? Like just general, like alchemical ingredients?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make an intelligence check and add your proficiency modifier.
Okay, 1 second. You said intelligence?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, sorry, that's initiative.
So it'd be 25 total with your proficiency bonus. So pretty fucking good. Yeah, most definitely. There are a handful of other ingredients necessary alongside of the Great Fist mushroom needed to actually create the potion that they're talking about. But the Great Fist is by far the most important and the most valuable of all of them. The others are relatively generic or common ones that are used in a variety of potions and a variety of alchemy, but they are still very much so needed to create the potion, though.
Okay. And I'd imagine he would kind of need a pretty decent place to like make this.
It still needs some for sure.
Like some sort of operation.
Oh, like some sort of actual lab set up to create it. Oh yeah, most definitely.
I mean, in bulk, so I'd imagine it'd be bigger.
Yeah, it would take him a very long time to use like one individual alchemy lab setup to make enough, or to make all of that into potions.
Have you mentioned any of this out loud yet, or is it still internal, like thinking?
I mean, it was internal, and then I say it out loud.
Okay. Would you be able, to identify, just like looking around, like signs that maybe a place is being used as an alchemical manufacturing plant?
Well, I imagine it would smell horrible with these mushrooms. I mean, that's a lot of mushrooms. I mean, it's kind of hard to mask the smell of them.
So, I mean, that could be. We could scout out and see if there's if we can find out where he's making these, using these, and refining it into something he can use, and then maybe we could sabotage it and for sure cut out his supply, like his active supply, if he's in the process of manufacturing still. That's one thing. I just don't know I mean, this guy seems pretty well planned, so I imagine he probably has a decent back stock. So I don't know if we want to try to play the waiting game and see how long he can last. But then again, I mean, we don't know if it's a dragon either, so I
mean, he may just do all that at his estate. I mean, if he has enough room for a dragon, I'm sure he has enough room to
well, I
make
mean,
all this
dragons can
stuff.
be in human form. I mean, look at me.
Aye, that estate is much larger than it appears to be from the outside.
Yeah, I would assume he would want to do all that under close observation.
Don't forget, I used to live there before he killed my parents and took over my home.
Yeah, if I was Glisk, I would do all of that in-house. You need a controlled environment. You don't want to do this out somewhere where you can't control every aspect of it, especially if you're trying to keep a dragon under wraps.
Well, short of just confronting him, I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how we can get in there when it's under such tight surveillance.
Maybe the person who used to live there knows.
If we were trying to all sneak in, it's been some time since the estate has been under my family's control, but there used to be an escape hatch that led to an a little cavern underneath the estate that fled out the back behind the mountains. In case of necessity. I'm not certain if Lisk ever found it or not. It's built into a fake wall. I think it was in the dining room somewhere.
Can that be accessed from outside the city or inside?
From my experience, we would need to go to the outskirts of the city and find the tunnel that it was carved out and see if it still led up into the estate. That would be the only way we could get in that I would know of that would be potentially a secret.
I'd say that sounds like a good plan to me.
What do we're planning to do with the media while we're doing that?
That's a good question. I don't know what we do with this thing. I don't know if it can be any help to us.
I'm not certain if it can be or not. This is not
You
every.
You
not
said
every
you said my
day-
sword was different than the one that he pierced the stone with.
Correct. Yeah, the Hellfire sword
Yeah.
or the Hellfire longsword. It's not every day a piece of the moon falls from the sky. There are a great many stories that say these are powerful, powerful objects. Even if it's weakened, giving it to Glisk doesn't seem like the right thing to do.
I want to ask Tito back for my sword because I did give it to him. Or not my sword, the sword, the Hellfire sword. And I want to unsheath it and kind of like.
I didn't give it back to you.
Well, okay. I want to ask for it back.
Alright, I dig around in my shell. Alright, here you go.
Alright.
Got a role playing here, come on.
I want to take it and unsheath it and kind of do like. Use the meteor as like a grindstone and kind of like do like a sharpening motion of the blade against it, the meteor, and see if it has like any sort of reaction.
I'm sorry, I lagged some, I think. Say that for me one more time. I missed part of that.
I want to take the sword and do kind of like I'm sharpening it on the meteor and see if it has like any sort of reaction to the sword.
You're like scraping the side of the sword against the meteor to sharpen
Yeah,
the blade.
kind of like like I'm using it like a grindstone.
Okay. As you do, the natural energy or the magical energy that kind of the meteorite has been imbued with from Lady May kind of naturally conflicts with the Hellfire Longsword. Surprisingly enough, the cleric magic and the Hellfire Longsword don't mix super well together. And you can feel a tension between the two. But the meteorite remains sturdy. It doesn't appear to chip or anything like that. As the blade of the Hellfire Longsword is sharpened on the side, and you can see faint glows of orange and red energy as they kind of trickle through the molten etching across the Hellfire Longsword.
That's all I wanted to do. So May is right. We can't. I mean, we can't just serve this up for Glisk. We have to either hide it or keep someone with it. Because I mean, I don't know if he could potentially. Maybe he wants this because it can amplify his potion somehow, and then he'd need less, or maybe none at all. I don't know.
If he's a dragon binder and he gets a hold of this, there's a lot of terrifying things that he could do with it. For one, if he is holding on to a dragon as prisoner in his home, he could gain control of it and set it upon this village, using it like a weapon.
So, any suggestions on what we do with it? Either to hide it, or I wouldn't know how to get it into the town.
We ask Maximilian to take it back again.
Aye, as much as a gift as this seems like, in the moment it feels like a burden.
I mean, do you think that Glisk has the capabilities to sense this out? Or would it be if we covered it and not buried, if we essentially camouflaged it enough?
Cover it in shit.
Safe?
I'm not certain. I can't imagine he can sense it from the estate right now. Though if he were walking the outskirts of the town, actively focusing on a detection spell, maybe. But how often does he do that? I don't think he does that often, though I don't know for certain.
So how feasible do you think it is to try to get it to your estate? Would it be safer there?
No way. No way.
There are eyes on my estate 24/7.
We can't. We probably couldn't even get into the town without them knowing we brought it in.
Zarek couldn't even get into the city and out of the city without visiting my estate and being seen. There's no way we could get the rock there without it being seen as well.
So what if we just take it with us?
I mean, we have to leave it at some point unless we all, I guess, will we not all go into the estate, or are we going to go?
I like this plan. It's the Trojan horse. Put the meteorite in a big cart, and then we'll all hide in the big cart, Jiro says.
So it's canon now that there are actually Trojans. Yeah, I mean that might actually work. What else were you?
Wait, you said that this entrance is on the outskirts of town, right?
Yeah, you have to be on the outside of town at the base of the mountains, and she said that there was a path that was carved that you would need to travel through to make your way to the underground passageway beneath the estate.
Okay, so we need to make sure when we travel over there, we're staying far enough away that no one from the town can see as we approach, essentially. If we're going to do this.
I guess a lot of this plan hopes on Glisk having not ever found that secret escape room. If he found it, he either blocked it up or has eyes on it. One of the two, no?
Once we get close, I guess we can keep the meteor back and someone can scout up just to see if there's a, and probably you go as well. Send two people just because you'll know where to be looking, and you'll know if it's been compromised or not.
Maybe we should just walk up to the front door and just start blasting.
Is that a joke?
I kid.
Because that reminds me of that wolf guy that was with us.
Oh, the dumb one. Whatever became of him.
He just Maximilian picked him up. They had stuff they had to do. They said,
Oi,
but
pity
who knows
it.
if they were telling the truth? Maybe they were like had dinner plans. I don't know.
Oi, yeah, Iron Blood. Real great group of people there.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Oi, you got your feelings hurt that your friend lied to you.
Hey, he wasn't my friend.
Ooh, so that's a yes.
Oh, I didn't even care about him.
I don't even care, bro.
I don't even care.
I don't even care.
I can't tell you how much I don't care. So I think that's a good plan. We take it with us, try to find the secret entrance, and hopefully he hasn't found it yet.
The only shot we got.
Agreed.
You could always lead us into the front, could you not, Zarek?
Into the front of what?
Glisk Estate.
I mean, how could I lead you guys there? I mean, I'm probably the one he trusts most. I guess. I mean, that's a good point. I could say you guys are all prisoners.
I just saw you motion to two of his guards that you were going to kill us.
Yeah, I did do that.
It would make
That's
it look like that happened.
Yeah, this would make it look like I took you guys prisoner, and I was going to bring you to Glisk. But then there's a problem with the meteor. Unless some people want to stay here with the meteor, and I don't know if that might make trust issues.
That wouldn't be an issue of trust. It's an issue of duty. My brother and I go where Lady May goes, and unfortunately, that's all there is to it.
Okay. So.
What if two of us snuck around, me and Tito?
Well, no, I could bring you guys in too. I could say you guys were prisoners, and then we could get around there. I just don't know. I mean, could you describe essentially what to be on the lookout for, and then you wouldn't necessarily need to come with us?
I could, if you all would prefer to go alone. If not, I and Jiro and Ichiro are happy to come with you. I worry though that you all would attempt to fight Glisk without help. That is a difficult thing to do.
Well, the problem is that if you come, Ichiro and Jiro come as well, and then there's no one to guard the. We need one person to stay back, at least one person to stay and guard the meteor, or we need to hide it well enough that we know.
Sorry, go ahead. I keep interrupting.
No, that's all I'll say.
Well, let me ask, what is our intention with going to his estate? If it's to kill him and rid this village of him, then we need everyone that are with us.
I mean, it seemed like you were the one who thought that going to his estate was a good idea, I guess, to find out what he was hiding. So that's kind of I was just rolling with that.
I do think there's a very good chance at this point that he's hiding something there more than we had ever thought. At this point, I'm not sure what to do with the meteorite, and I fear that it will weigh us down. But I think that splitting up is asking for trouble.
And I think that we have our path forward then. I think that we have to take the meteor with us, and we have to go look for that hidden path, because I mean, it's also easier to snoop around when no one knows you're there. So going in the front door is kind of going to be hard to get the chance to snoop around.
It potentially can be, but I don't know. It seems as if you're quite a good snoop, and if you all feel more comfortable going just the three of you with some plan, we will support that. The most progress we've had towards taking down Glisk has been since the three of you arrived.
I say all three of us. I mean, if it's a dragon that he's leaving there, I think if we all went into this secret entrance to try to rescue or help this dragon, I think Lady May, you need to be there with us. Just my thoughts.
Yeah, I can't even speak Draconic, so.
Actually, can I?
Luckily for you,
yes.
don't speak
I can
Draconic
speak.
as well. You can speak
Wow.
Draconic?
Yes.
I mean, we don't know. It might be some foreign dragon that only, native tongue. So, Tito, you haven't said much. What's your, how do you weigh in here?
Yeah. Burbs.
Okay.
Oh,
All
man.
right.
But we can take the meteor with us to the closer to the back entrance and hope.
Yeah, I like that.
So we can keep an eye on that while looking for the entrance.
Yeah, as long as we have our eyes on the meteor, we know that Glisk doesn't have it. So.
Wait, are we going with the Trojan horse? Is that what we're doing?
No. Secret entrance.
Oh, I missed that. My bad.
My bad.
All right. I like it.
Yeah, I like that idea better.
Okay, secret entrance it is then. That's the group vote.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. When do we wish to do this? Rest tonight and go tomorrow? Or I suppose if you all have the adrenaline rush, tonight could be as good as any.
I mean,
what time is it right now?
It's just a little past dusk at this point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd say we use the cover of night to our advantage and we just go now.
Yes. Agreed.
How far away? I mean, how long, rough estimate, do you think it'll take to get there? Will we have the cover of night the whole time?
Oh, absolutely. It won't take us an hour at most to get to the approximate area. I will be honest, it's been a few years since I've been through it. I was a child when my father first showed it to me. I will need some help to look around and find it, but I know the approximate area for certain.
I'm sure one of us can perceive where it's at.
All right, well, then I say we wait until full-on nightfall and then we head out that way.
Oh yeah, general game rule. By the way, I'm using investigation checks instead of perception checks from now on. I hope that won't hurt anybody at all.
Yeah,
okay, let's
I mean,
go.
it's not like anybody took a feat for that or anything, you know.
We're not using passive perception. We're using passive insight.
Yeah, pretty much. Passive insight will be
deception.
Oh, deception.
Deception. Yes, that's how you find stuff.
That is better. That's true.
You're saying if your eyes deceive you or not. That's what you're doing.
Or you persuade your eyes to find what you need.
I like that. Alrighty, is there anything else you guys want to do before you make your way out there? Any short rest? Any gathering and equipment?
I mean, I'll go ahead because it's pretty cold, right?
Oh yeah, it's still cold outside, and like I said, the snowstorm is still even kind of its intensity is not necessarily felt out here, but the rippling effect of it is. So
yeah, so I'll take the opportunity while we're waiting and don't have anything to do. I'll kind of go away because I'm assuming that we'll all like not hang out by the wagon. We have it in sight, but we're not like trying to give it spot away just in case everyone. And I kind of want to make like a little like a short term like campsite sort of and set up a fire and then like forage some food from the forest and then just like have time to like feed everyone a little bit and let everyone have some like maybe because I mean it's dusk, so I imagine that we have like an hour maybe before we leave, so kind of just like a quick, not even like actually a short rest because none of us need a short rest, but like kind of like a short rest just thematic wise.
I got you. All right. right. Anybody else have anything they wanted to do?
Burbs.
I'm good.
Just burps.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything I want to do. Oh, actually, I do have. How do I? Where is it? Here we go. Let's see. Wait, this. All right. I do have to do this real quick, but you can continue. Resilience.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I wonder if that gets like added to my inventory.
Sounds pretty resilient. Is this Oblivion music?
It's Skyrim music. Cheese.
Wow.
It sounded
What
a
a
lot.
freaking
It sounded a lot like
doofus.
Oblivion. I wonder why.
I think the same guy did a lot of the music
Yeah.
between the right. Like, I mean, that would make sense. So,
Didn't he also do Guild Wars? Guild Wars' music?
I don't know, man. I didn't play Guild Wars because I didn't have a skewed perception of MMOs. So.
I wonder if it's an item that I can.
Oh, right.
Yes, Jeremy Soule did both of them.
Sorry, I'm gonna take a real quick bathroom break. I'll be right back in just a second.
Freaking Jeremy Soule, dude. Playing on the bangers.
Jeez.
Okay, sorry. I am back. And you guys want to go ahead and head over to the general area that Lady May will lead you to for the secret entrance?
Yes. I just gotta see.
Yeah. Burp.
All right. And after not much more than 30-45 minutes of walking, bringing the meteorite over with you and finding another suitable spot to leave it in, you guys reach the approximate area that Lady May had talked about to find a carved out path. She said it is pretty small, one that even a medium-sized individual would kind of have to really scrunch up to fit through, and large people would have to really struggle to kind of maneuver through, but could just barely fit. So it's not a very large opening. So someone go ahead and give me an investigation check with advantage, or two of you can roll separately.
Investigation.
Yeah, investigation for this particular.
All right.
Well,
I'll roll an investigation as well.
You can roll with advantage?
I can roll with advantage. Is it controller? Well, put all.
shift for advantage.
Shift is advantage, yeah.
Shift.
And control is for disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
There we go.
Pretty good. After not much more than a few moments of looking, Guy, you're able to quickly spot a thin, narrow tunnel that looks man-made that could very well be the path that Lady May was previously speaking about.
Cool. I think I found this. Does it look familiar?
It does. I think so. This looks to be it. Yes.
So you said it's just like the size of like one person, right?
Yeah, you guys have to go in like a single file line for sure.
Does it look like this has been well traveled? This
Go ahead and make
this
another investigation check for me. To you currently, it looks like this is a particular path that has not been very consistently traveled.
Okay.
Though you're not 100% certain, it really doesn't look like it's been heavily traveled to you.
All right, so do we want to stash the meteor out here before we go in? It doesn't look like this has been well traveled at all. I mean, it's not barricaded, so.
Where's like the nearest road, or like? I mean,
Oh, nearest road is going to be like almost an hour walk from where you're at right
Okay.
now.
yeah, we're probably good to keep it here.
All right, is there a good place to stash this thing?
Yeah, there's a couple of heavily shrouded spots with between some forest and some branches and whatnot that you guys can find. And the snowfall, it could be pretty well hidden.
Okay.
About as well hidden as a massive carriage with a huge
Giant
meteorite
rock
is
in
going
it.
to be.
And I want to take Scrappy, whichever one it is,
All right, I'll be right back. I gotta take a call, but keep going.
and set him down and pet him and say, "All right, little guy, you gotta stay here, or don't stay here. We're going inside, and we'll be back. But if you're gone, you are a good friend."
Make an animal handling check for me.
Take 20 points of damage. Oh! What do I need to roll a freaking 20 on?
As you look Scraffy in the eyes, as you begin to slowly place him down on the ground, you can see what almost looks to you, Snicket, like a soft little tear.
Don't say it! No!
His eye. And as you place him down, he slowly turns his back to you and takes a few steps off in a direction before he turns back and his head looks at you. And there's a feeling in the pit of your stomach
I hate
that
you,
this
dude.
may be the last time you ever see Scraffy again.
I hate you so much.
That you made the worst decision that you've ever made in your life. This may be the last time you ever see him.
Oh my god, 20s are supposed to be good. That's the worst natural 20 I've ever had in my entire life.
See ya, dude. You finally don't have a bear. At least he's not dead yet.
Alright, so I'm ready to go in.
Now I'm ready.
Now I'm depressed.
Oh.
Actually, guys, I don't feel like sneaking anymore. I'm not in a sneaking mood. I'm just gonna stay here.
I feel more energized than ever now.
All right, sorry about that. Yeah, you guys ready to go in now?
Yeah.
Ready.
Yeah.
Oh man! All right, who would like to lead the way? Like I said, it's got to be single file. So, is there a particular marching order?
I would say Snicket goes first.
I'm sad, so I have disadvantage on everything.
No.
No, that's right. That is how that works.
You asked me to lead, and I say I don't know. I'm not really.
He has
I don't know.
the sad condition.
I'm not
It's a
at top
curse.
performance right now.
Not in the
Maybe someone else should lead.
Okay, I'll lead, I guess.
Okay, I appreciate
Because
it.
I'm super sneaky. I see everything.
You hear Jiro muddle in the back.
Wait, isn't it nighttime?
Yeah, it is nighttime.
So John doesn't see shit.
Yeah, it is dark, and the cave is also dark.
Well, then I guess I'll lead then.
Okay, thanks.
Why does it matter who leads? It's just a straight tunnel.
So
Well,
we
then
can
you lead,
perceive.
big guy.
Oh, I can't see. I don't want to go first.
That's what I thought.
I'm afraid of the dark.
That's what I thought.
So I lead, but sadly.
I sadly lead the party. I sigh every few steps to let them know that I'm upset with what's going on.
Just walking slow as fuck, dude.
I mope the party around.
Like you just whined. Stupid rock. Rock is so stupid.
It does really feel like Zarek is just taking an obscenely long amount of time to kind of navigate you guys through this path at this point. It's just a straight shot tunnel, and like, yeah, it's tiny, but I mean, come on, man, it shouldn't be taking you that long.
His head is like down, his shoulders are like slumped.
Yeah, his arms are just kind of swaying side to side as he's like just walking up and down the tunnel. Sorry, Foundry's giving me trouble. I'm having to reload real quick.
Reload!
It doesn't want to cooperate. It's taking an eternity. It's because of all the monsters that were on the next map that I was trying to load. Crashed it, I guess. And 72 monsters was too many, I suppose, and Foundry just didn't know how to handle that.
Yeah, 71 is fine, but as soon as you get to 72, it just crashes.
Alright, what the fuck is going on? Hello?
Hello?
Yep.
I'm not sure why. Alright, well. Okay, here we go. And after a long travel down this pathway, you will finally make entrance to a cave-like area at the end. A thick amount of water, probably coming up to most people's shins, Snicket coming up to about your knees or so. You can hear the water dripping all around, and there's a faint echo that emanates throughout this area.
A faint echo as in we hear something else?
No, just to like your voices.
Gotcha.
You all should be able to move.
I can, you're right.
You hear Lady May call out from behind. Can everybody see all right?
No. I don't know, can I?
No, it's fucking dark. I mean,
Can't you make
Oh,
like
actually,
magical balls or something?
Oh yeah,
Why can you see? I don't think you should be able to see.
I make balls.
Well, Lady May's
I like
also
balls.
just going to cast the light cantrip.
Okay.
Ah, it's bright.
Hey, that's the point.
So, ready to start heading up?
I'm not certain exactly where it is. There should be a pathway that leads up. There might be some sort of hatch or a tunnel. I'm sorry, I don't remember exactly. We need to go look around.
Alright, time to explore, I guess. I look to see if there's been, like, any signs of, like, I guess, living creatures in here as I'm, like, walking around a little bit.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me. As you're kind of walking around, Snicket, you definitely start to see some marks on the various cavern wall areas. They look like large claw marks, and you start to spot a couple of like fish bones and various small bits of scales or flesh kind of strewn across in random areas down here.
I kind of whisper back to the group, keep an eye out, there's something else that lives down here.
Do I smell anything then?
Make a perception check for me, guy.
Is it with advantage since I have nose powers?
If you're doing it solely off your sniffer, you can roll with advantage.
Keen
It'll
smell?
just be solely off of smell, then it won't be a sight-based thing at all.
I can't see anything that much anyway. So.
They have a light.
Oh yeah, if I'm around her, I can. But my nose is definitely going to be a little more reliable in this. As perception. Ooh!
Guys, you're kind of standing in this deep, murky water. You start to smell all around. And there's a scent coming from higher up that continues to lead your head upwards and upwards and upwards until your head is facing entirely towards the ceiling. And you see this monstrous, like, large, four-legged, crab-like creature with two enormous pincers and dozens of little tendrils that hang down from its face.
It just reminds me of the first temple in Ocarina of Time.
You spot one, and a second one that quickly begins to dart around, revealing itself as they both drop from the ceiling. I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Oh shit.
Lock and load, baby. Oh.
I thought you were supposed to be like the initiative god. What happens, Snicket?
I get a +4.
Tito puts the turtle pipe away.
I didn't even know you had it out.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of damage.
Oh my god.
Shiro got a 0.
Wow.
Bars.
That's funny.
Where even is fucking initiative? Is it not on the quick thing? Oh, never mind. It's in utility. Hell yeah.
Alrighty.
Wow.
That crowd's about to fucking die.
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Well, Tito's not supposed to be angry.
Yet.
He's not angry yet. Well, I mean, he's always angry, but it depends on like his level of anger, you know?
If it's like passive anger or active anger.
I gotta go move my car real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. We got a few turns before Tito's gotta go anyway. Alright, so up first is gonna be Ichiro.
I hate that guy's right next to me.
You're not a fan?
Not a fan.
And he is just going to rush up at the one that he's directly facing, and he is going to take some stabberoonies at it. I think this guy's multi-attack. I'm pretty sure he does. Let's double check. He does. Okay, coolio. Okay, that's tragic. That's less tragic. His first attack with his trident bounces off of the hard outer, scaly, more of like a crust almost, kind of like a thick crab shell or lobster shell almost, that this creature has. The second attack, he's able to kind of pierce through it, actually dealing some damage. 8 points of piercing damage to this one. And I believe, yeah, that is it for Ichiro's turn. Up next is Guy.
I will walk, or I'll. If it's he'll get an attack of opportunity, but I'll go back. I'll go back here.
So he is going to take
A swipe.
an attack of opportunity on you. when you move out of his range. So that would be here. We'll just put you here for a second. Well, this is where you would have been. Does a 15 hit? I don't think it does.
Does not.
All right, and then you're able to successfully dodge out of the attack as the troll is slow to move, and its pincer grabs out towards you, but you're able to duck and dodge out of the way, rushing back between Lady May and Jiro.
Let's see. And I will shoot. How do I make him the target?
Alt click.
There. And I will shoot him.
Go ahead and roll the hit. 22 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Another 8 points of damage. Let's go.
Whammo!
Guy slams a repeating crossbow bolt directly into the soft, exposed chest of this creature as it screeches out with pain. Anything else, guy?
Let's shoot. No, I may or may not move back one, but you can go on to the next turn.
Mm-hmm. Up next is going to be this Chol, who, displeased with the fact that Ichiro just attacked him, seeing only one course of action, will go ahead and attack Ichiro with his pincers. 12 does not hit, unfortunately, as Ichiro slaps the pincer to the side with his trident. The creature is going to reel forward or reel backwards and then lunging forwards once more to try again. 14 does not hit either as Ichiro slaps another pincer attack out of the way. Both of the Troll's attacks being unsuccessful. All right, up next is Tito. Is David back?
Doesn't Tito have Reckless and Great Weapon Master now?
Yeah, yes he does.
Ooh, may have to remind him of that.
I kind of forgot that he had that.
Let's see, one is like a minus 10 to hit?
It's -5 to hit with
Minus-
plus 10 base to damage.
Gotcha. So how can Tito increase his armor class
I believe
if he's a turtle?
I believe the constant barbarians AC is based off like their constitution because they don't use armor.
Ah, okay.
So I'm not sure how much he can do to increase his AC outside of increasing his stats that will have it scale that way. Because barbarians have unarmored defense where they add their AC equals 10 plus their dex plus their con mod. He could use a shield, but then he couldn't use a two-handed weapon.
Right. And that would mess up.
Then that would mess with Great Weapon Master.
Gotcha.
So if his dexterity or constitution went up at all, that would certainly help.
So what is that symbol on Snicket?
Yeah, I saw that. I'm not sure why he has a little item pouch.
Oh, he has a
over there.
rage token.
A rage token?
Yeah, you're raging.
Alright, I'm big.
Hell yeah, I'm raging.
Why are you raging? That's not right. You're not supposed to be
I'm raging!
Vex, rage.
Ah, shit. You know what I just realized?
What do you have that there?
Oh, wait. Why does the sword say I get +1 to hit on it, but on the short sword I have +6 to hit?
Wait, say that again?
I'm looking at the actually, I'm gonna do a test roll really quick. Why do I wait? Hold on a second. Let me do the other one now too. When I look at the short swords page, it says I have +6 to hit. Is that actually true? Yeah. Why do I have +6 to hit on that one, but not on the Hellfire longsword? I'm proficient in both short swords and long swords.
Going off of strength for the Hellfire
Oh,
longsword.
not-
Like
Oh, 'cause it's not a finesse weapon. That's why.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
Good thing you got that.
Good thing I got that.
Jeez.
Well, also I noticed it wasn't light too, so I can't dual wield it.
Yeah, it's not a great weapon for you, unfortunately. All right, sorry, Tito. It is your turn, sir. What would you like to do?
Well, let me move past here.
Oh, hold on, my bad. When I placed your token here, I accidentally placed you on a wall. Because these little stone paths are elevated.
Oh. He's already raging.
Here, go.
So, as a reminder, you have Reckless and Great Weapon Master.
What would you like to do? Tito?
Hold on, I need to remember what that does.
Go ahead. Take a second.
So Reckless, that means you have advantage on your attacks, but people have advantage on their attacks against you.
No, I know that one.
Reckless, or Great Weapons Master, means it's a -5 to hit, but +10 damage. And it works really well with Reckless because you have it at advantage.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go Reckless. And I'm gonna do my
Great Weapon Master.
Weapons Master, yeah.
I mean, why not? I mean, I don't expect you to say anything other than that every time you tell me you're attacking, like the rest of the campaign, to be quite honest. So, go ahead and roll that. So that right there, that effect is going to track your rage damage, and it should add your rage damage to any attacks you make.
Nice.
So go ahead and roll the hit with advantage. And I guess I can probably make a similar effect for Great Weapon Master damage too at some point. Alright, 23 hits, but you do have advantage, so fish for the crit. Alright, not a crit. Yeah, 23 hits though. Go ahead and roll damage.
Well, it should be -5.
Oh yeah, true. It's -5, so it's 18. 18 still hits though, so you're good.
Alright, so
Alright.
10 plus...
So 22 points of damage.
Ow!
Wow.
As Tito
Good Lord.
just slams his great axe into the soft, exposed chest of this chol, it screeches and howls in pain that echoes throughout this whole cavern as this green-black ichor begins to pour out of its chest.
Hell yeah.
Anything else, Tito?
God!
Fuck you, Crab. That's it. Tito says fuck you.
Alrighty.
What a beast.
Okay, so up next is Stick It. What would you like to do?
I am going to basically look over and see that that's Ichiro, right? This is
Yeah.
Ichiro?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that looks like I mean, from looking, does he look like he's good?
He
Can handle his own?
okay in the moment. He's not been
He
hit
seems
yet.
confident.
Yeah, he seems like he's not too stressed right now.
Okay, so I'm going to essentially like look at him really quick, give him a nod, like you got this, and then turn around to the one that's currently
Engaged with Tito.
engaged with Tito, yeah, and start running towards him and unsheath my my short sword as I approach, and then take a shot at him.
Alright, go ahead and roll the hit with advantage, because you are most definitely flanking him, and he definitely views Tito as a threat right now. Alright, 21 hits. But you're attacking the one right in front of you, correct?
Yeah, I have the wrong
Okay.
one targeted
No,
because I
no worries.
changed up stuff.
We're missing a guy.
We're missing a guy?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, shit, did I still beat someone? Oh, he's
There he
back.
is.
Rip Jiro. Ichiro.
And then I get sneak attack. Correct?
Yeah, sorry, you get sneak attack. How the fuck do I change this initiative?
Whoa!
So is that 5 plus 4 then?
Yeah, I did. Wait, 5 plus 4. I did 9 points of damage.
Okay, yeah.
And then That's
Wait,
it.
sneak attack did 4 points of damage?
Yes.
Okay, so 9 points of damage total. Alright,
That's
anything
it.
else on your turn, Snicket?
Nope.
Alright, you rush up quickly, get a quick little slice across the lower abdomen, able to do a little bit of damage as Tito is able to rein in most of the attention currently. Alright, that being said, up next is the Chol that Tito just fucking curse slammed. So there's only one person that this guy's looking to hit right now.
Yeah.
Try me, bitch.
Alright.
Advantage.
The Chol is going to attack you with advantage, correct?
Try me, bitch. That's what you think.
24 to hit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You watch as one of these massive pitchers just lunges forward, snaps Tito around the waist, and just heaves him up off the ground and hoists him in the air. You are now grappled, Tito, and you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 6 because you're raging. But you are now grappled, sir. And let's see, what is this again? Next, you're gonna watch as the Chol's he's gonna turn around.
Uh-oh.
And he's gonna reach down and he's gonna make a pincer attack against Snicket too.
Oh no! Not like this.
12 does not hit, I don't believe.
No, it doesn't.
All right, but then the last
You're
thing
so
he'll do
wily.
is he does get to make a tentacle attack against Tito. So Tito, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I like those.
16. Okay, you're good. All right, that is going to be the end of this Chol's turn. Up next is Lady May, who is going to assess the situation. And shit, where's that spell?
Cry like a little baby.
Yeah, that's the game plan. Oh god,
Yeah.
did it just get brighter?
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, she's a beacon.
Why is it like
Because you're trying to give us a seizure.
someone else is doing it? I'm not changing the light.
The light that's like coming in from the outside, it seems like. Oh, I can see.
All right, and then Lady May is gonna cast Guiding Bolt on the one that Ichiro is fighting. This is a cool spell, right? We all like Guiding Bolt.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa! You hit Tito!
Yeah, I did it on purpose.
No!
You deserved it. 23, that definitely hits. 10 points of radiant damage to this troll over here, and the next attack against him has advantage.
What are they called?
Troll.
Oh.
C-H-U-U-L.
Okay, I see it now.
I guess you guys technically wouldn't know that, but it makes it easier for the sake of this combat. Alright, up next is Jiro. Seeing his other friendly, large comrade being grappled, he will rush forward with all the rage that a non-barbarian can have. And he's going to take a couple swings with his great club at this guy.
I like your style.
Alright. These are both just tragic attacks. This 12 and 15 both miss. Both attacks just bouncing off of the hard outer shell of the Chol.
Jeez.
Oh man, my NPCs suck. Start of initiative, it's Ichiro's
My
turn.
NPCs suck.
Tito
Let's
laughs
see.
at Jiro. Let me
Oh.
show you how it's done.
Ichiro's gonna take his 2 quick trident attacks. Pop, pop. Okay, cool. Now we're just gonna move on to the next turn real quick. We're not even gonna narrate that. he misses both times, dude. What the fuck? Up next is Guy. What would you like to do?
Okay. I I guess I will shoot the closest one again.
Shoot him up.
Come on, baby.
21 hits.
Got him. Got him.
10 points of piercing damage. As another crossbow bolt collides with his first Chol, slamming into his head this time. You can see this one is very clearly starting to kind of sway back and forth, a little woozy on its feet, having taken a pretty serious beating at this point.
Why won't you die?
Anything else, guy?
Is this like a little ledge up here?
Yeah, it is. You want to climb up onto it?
Yeah, why not? I've got some movement.
Yeah, you can do that. There's probably a wall there, but you can do it.
Oh, yeah. Now I look cool.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right, up next is this troll who's going to give it one last go at trying to attack Ichiro. Oh my god. Okay, he gives up. He starts scooting away towards another target, and he's going to make his second attack against
No.
Snicket. 25 to hit, as Snicket is quickly snatched up, held aloft in the air over top of this troll's head, and he takes 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, Snicket. He's going to make his tentacle attack on you as well.
Constitution saving throw. Oh.
All right. You're poisoned for the next minute, Snicket. And
Perfect.
until this poison ends, you are paralyzed.
Perfect. So I'm poisoned and paralyzed?
I think the poison is just paralyzed.
Oh, it is paralyzed.
Yeah. Though at the end of each of your turns, you can repeat the saving throw to try to break free of the effect.
Gotcha.
All right, but that's the end of this Chol's turn. Up next is going to be Mr. Tito. What would you like to do? You are currently grappled, which means you have no movement. You can use your action to attempt to break free, or you could just attack him anyway.
Tito.
Telling me to not to know what he's gonna do.
Tito's just trying to keep it to himself to intimidate you guys.
Maybe he fell asleep again.
David.
David.
Shit, my bad. Well, I'm gonna be a little reckless.
Okay. Just gonna hit the same one again?
Oh.
I forgot to target him.
It
How do you
doesn't
target
matter.
again?
Well, no,
Yes,
he
it does.
He said he was gonna use
Oh,
reckless.
yeah. Oh!
And
-5.
He didn't say Great Weapon Master.
I forgot to say it, so I guess
Also,
it's a
minus
good
5 would have put you at 13.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not gonna say it now, but
Yeah, you do have to say Great Weapon Master attacks before you you hit. But in this case, it actually saved you because a 13 would have missed.
yeah.
But you
Great
still
Master!
do fucking
Ah.
18 points of damage, though. Jesus. As you
Jesus!
slam your great axe into the chest of this Chol. It is barely breathing at this point, hunched over, this blackish green ichor just pouring out of this creature's chest at this point.
You see that one, Jiro?
Jiro's just standing there next to you, nodding, his face wide, or his mouth wide open.
Jiro's my boy. Oh wait, I'm grappled. I forgot. What do
You
I
are
do?
grappled.
Yeah, you're still being held.
Can I
You
just
just
hit
hold-
him from there?
Yeah, you can just hit him while you're grappled.
Oh,
He's-
shit, then we're
he's
good.
holding you up in the air, but like you can still just fucking hit him anyway. You
Okay,
know,
cool.
like,
Doesn't bother me.
and you'd have no movement now, so all you have left is bonus action. And unfortunately, a bonus action won't let you attempt to break free. You have to use an action to attempt to break free.
Gotcha. Well, then I just laugh
You just
and
big
smile
chill.
at Jiro.
Although that attack was definitely worth it. 18. Wait, shouldn't it be 20 points?
No, I think it automatically adds
Yeah,
the 2
it's
now.
+4 +2. And the
okay.
+4 is the
Gotcha.
strength mod, and the +2 is the rage modifier.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, end of Tito's turn. Up next is Snicket. What would you like to do?
Nothing.
You are grappled by the other Chol currently.
And paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
Oh,
So I
and
can't do
paralyzed.
anything.
That's true. You can't do anything.
I have to do a
I was
Constitution
not
saving throw.
trying to be a dick. That was not my intention.
I
do a
thought
saving
you
throw,
were.
right?
You're like,
Yeah.
what would you
Constitution
like to
saving
do?
throw.
Well, the answer's nothing.
Okay.
So...
At the end
saved.
of your turn, you do successfully break free of the paralysis, and you're no longer paralyzed. I almost said paralyzed.
Paralyzed.
But unfortunately, that does happen at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
So, up next will be the almost fucking dead Chol, who is still grappling Tito. So he is going to try to use his tentacle attack on Tito. So go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, please, Tito. He doesn't want to. Oh
no.
my god, you just made it. 13 is the DC. You are not paralyzed.
Damn.
Okay, the Chol is now going to attempt to attack Jiro. And then 18, I'm pretty sure does hit. Yeah, 18 just hits Jiro as the Chol lunges forward, dealing 9 points of bludgeoning damage to Jiro. And picking up Jiro as well. How much can this guy move? Okay. He's going to start climbing up the wall, holding on to Jiro and Tito.
Doesn't he get attack of opportunity? Garrett? Well...
No, he's restrained.
I'm restrained, yeah.
Oh.
So...
Oh, okay.
he is going... This guy's going to crawl about 25 feet up the side of the ceiling, holding on to Tito and Jiro. I guess they'd more so be like... I don't know, they're dangling like right over here. And then that is the end of that Chol's turn. Up next is Lady May, who, not wanting to waste too much magic, is just going to cast good old Sacred Flame on this one over here. This guy's got to make a dexterity saving throw. That's a no. He takes 6 points of radiant damage. Alright, that's the end of Lady May's turn. Up next is Jiro. What do you say, Tito? Should I hit him anyway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck him up.
And Jiro is going to take 2 attacks with his great club against the creature. Jesus Christ. Do those hit? They do hit, thank God.
Woo!
16 just hits, as the first one dealing 9 points of bludgeoning damage is actually going to be just enough to do the job, as the first great club attack connects with the Chol. Both Tito and Jiro will fall about 25 feet, each taking Jesus, 11 points of bludgeoning damage from the
Oh
fall.
my god.
Tito, yours is reduced to 5 because you're raging. As well as the Chol falls to the ground, splashing in the water, covering Lady May entirely. This guy is McDead.
Plus dead.
Alright, then Jiro's going to use half his movement to get up, and he's going to move 5, 10, 15. And that is the end of his turn. Up top of initiative, it is Ichiro again. He's just going to keep doing what he's been doing. He's just going to try to stab this guy. Let's go, brother. That's what I'm talking about. My man's. Natty 20, doing it big.
Woo!
Oh shit.
It's at 14 points of damage on the first hit. And then, you know, they can't always be big hitters. And then 6 points of damage on the second hit as Ichiro reels backwards, slicing directly through the soft chest of the creature, yanking his trident out before stabbing back in again, just slightly lower. The Chol is kind of wavering around as it's still grappling on to Snicket. That's, however, is the end of Ichiro's turn. Up next is Guy. What would you like to do?
Well,
I can only guess.
well.
I can just only imagine.
What is the... Okay, there we go. I think I'm going to shoot.
Wow. Shocked and awed.
Hey.
22 hits. You just never fucking miss either.
Dude, I'm just...
All you have is a +5, too. It's not even anything insane.
Yeah.
Jesus. I know Tito's done a lot of damage, but Guy's been real consistent, too. There's another 10 points of damages across those smashes into the head of the last remaining Chol.
That's pretty good.
Anything else, Guy?
Nope.
Alright, end of Guy's turn. Up next is the Chol. Still grappling on to Snicket. He's gonna make his pincer attack. Alright, stupid fucking... He's doing it again. Alright, he missed both pincer attacks. And in a last-ditch effort, he's gonna attempt to poison Snicket one more time.
Again.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
The poor guy cannot get anything off on his last turn of life as he's frenzied, trying to smash into Ichiro with his pincers grasping around him. Ichiro smacks him to the side each time another tentacle whirls out towards Snicket, trying to poison him, that he's unable to affect him in any way. And up next is the man, the myth, the legend, Tito. What would you like to do?
Whoa, Tito, do it.
You know I gotta do it to him. Except I'm in a wall again.
Oh, are you?
Jump off the wall.
I'm in a wall again.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you were in a wall. My bad.
Jump off of it. Jump off of it. Tito, do something cool. Do a flip.
All right,
Do a
Tito,
black flip.
What specifically would you like to... Nothing.
Specific...
Oh, that's athletics. Why are you making an athletics check?
He
So-
passed it though.
He told me to flip off the wall.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, dude.
Wow,
Tito,
okay.
Tito does a flip off the rock formation that's a little elevated above where he is. He does a like Ninja Turtle backflip over Jiro as he lands right in front of the Chol, still grappling onto his ratty little friend.
Hell yeah.
All right. Call your attack. What would you like to do?
Alright, I'm running up to the bitch and I'm gonna try to slice off his arm and get the boy free.
Ooh, okay.
Are you gonna use Great Weapon Master?
Free the boy. No. Yes. No.
Are you gonna
Yes.
use reckless
No. Reckless.
And
Reckless
Great Weapon
and-
Master?
Reckless and. Reckless and. No, just no. Okay, both.
Both. Go for it.
Okay.
Roll to hit for me.
It's a tough decision, but both.
It really is. It really, really is.
Oh Christ.
Oh no!
Not. Even if you hadn't used it, unfortunately, that wouldn't have been it. As the attack goes right into the hard outer shell of the Chol, unable to break through the hard defense.
That's not good.
All right, Tito. Anything else?
No.
All right. Up next is Snicket. What would you like to do, bud?
So as he's got me pull up, right? I'm up in the air.
Yep.
So I take that moment. I have like a steady shot, so I use steady aim, and I attack with my short sword. So that gives me advantage.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll to hit with advantage.
Nice.
Those 14 unfortunately does not break through the hard outer shell of the Chol. Same as Tito, the attack is just ineffective.
So Tito would be way better suited for the longsword, correct?
Well, Tito's the only one of you who's proficient with that weapon, I believe.
I'm proficient with longswords. I just don't. It's not a finesse weapon.
It doesn't work for.
But it's versatile, so Tito could use it with both.
Yeah, it's two-handed. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know until I just read it because I
yeah.
I didn't realize how difficult it is in here to like look at the stats of the sword. You have to go. At least the only way I know how to do it is you have to go and look at the edit item and look at the details.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you have to do if you're trying to figure out like the damage rolls and stuff like that. Yeah.
I just googled longsword and it said it's versatile.
How do you roll as a versatile, like, how do you equip it as versatile so it rolls d10s?
I'm not sure. There might be a way to flag it specifically, or you could always just edit the item to always roll a d10 instead.
Thing in here that it shows it has a damage formula and it has a versatile damage formula.
Yeah, so there's probably a way to just change the damage formula, or there might be a macro or something you can make. I'm not sure if someone was using a versatile weapon more. I'd look into it and try to figure it out
Oops,
though.
did not mean to roll that.
Tito's about to need that, I'm sure.
All right, well that's the oh no, Sticky, you miss your attack, correct? What else?
I missed my attack.
Yeah, that's pretty much the end of your turn because you're
pretty much. Yep.
All right, that's the end of that. Up next is going to be Lady May. She's just going to... Yeah, she wants to preserve magic, so she's not trying to use too many spell slots here. She's going to use Sacred Flame again.
Crossbow. She's going to use her own Hellfire Longsword.
All right, the Chol does make the save. I think he takes no damage now. Yep, he takes no damage now. Great stuff, great stuff. End of Lady May's turn. Up next is Jiro.
Here we
Who's
go.
gonna hit him? Wham. Whammy.
If you hold Alt while you roll, it'll roll versatile damage.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right,
Or you can toggle it, and it'll default roll versatile damage.
Okay. 17 hits, 9 points of bludgeoning damage from Ichiro to the last remaining Chol. As the end of his turn. Next will be Ichiro. See if he can hit it all. Alright, first attack hits.
He finally hit him.
Tragedy, 6 points of damage. The second attack bounces off of the hard outer shell once again, and the Chol is barely standing. Up next is Guy. What would you like to do?
Pew!
I want to say, be careful!
Alright, 17
I don't want to
hits.
get hurt.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Why be careful?
I don't want to fall and get hurt.
Where are you?
He's holding me up! I'm up in the air right now.
You're not like 25 feet up in the air like the other two are.
No, he's not that high up in the air.
All right, in that case, I aim for the arm, like right in the armpit. That little. Maybe if it kills him. If not, then it's just.
All right, Guy. And as you pull up your crossbow for what, the 4th time this fight, taking precision aim at your target, how would you like to do this?
Oh yes.
Full to death.
I would have been aiming for the arm, and maybe it would have shot just right that it goes through like the squishy part, like in his armpit, and then sticks into his head.
Ooh, okay. And as this all happens, the creature lets out one last crying scream of pain, cry of pain. We'll get there eventually. As it releases its hold on Snicket, as he fumbles out of the grasp, catching himself before landing on the cold, wet ground of this grotto beneath the Usoglisk estate.
Yay.
And right at the end of that combat is where we'll go ahead and wrap up our session for today, boys.
Yay! I'm alive.
Thank you everyone for playing. I appreciate you guys being here.
Are there any notes that I didn't remember to write down? Let's see.
So also, JR, we got to talk about the one thing about my character still.
Yeah, we'll have to try to find some time to do that pretty soon. I know Allison's about to be home right now, but we will find some time to get into that.
Sounds good.
All right, guys, I'm peacing out. Thanks again, JR.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, thank you guys for playing. I always appreciate it, and I always have a good time playing D&D with you guys.
Yes.
Peace
All
out,
right,
boys.
peace out.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Alright, catch you guys later, boys. Thanks for watching, boys.